What's poppin', Tub Nation? Welcome back to Tub Takes. This is a VGC video podcast where we go over what's been making waves in the VGC scene. Today, I am joined by my co-host Adi up top.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Tub Takes. Last week we had Alex and Navarro, and this week we have Alex and Navar. So it's really the same episode.
That's true. That's pretty
Yeah.
good. Speaking of Navar, we have Nick Navar here. How you doing, Nick?
What's poppin', Tub Nish?
I
Always
guess
good to be back.
it feels weird saying Nick. I'm just gonna probably call him Nails for the rest of the thing, just as a heads up.
They both work. You know the deal. Everything is chill.
And we also have Joe Brown, your favorite caster from the official stream. How you doing, Joe?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me. I'm always excited to get that message. My heart skipped a beat when I saw Alex Underhill DM me today. I was like, oh, so very happy to be here.
I DM'd Joe like 2 hours ago. I was like, "Hey, you got time for this?" And he was like, "Yeah." I was like, "That's awesome. Thank you for making this work. We're really excited." Because I saw that you had finished ZA, so you're well equipped to talk about all the stuff that we'll be talking about today. Before I actually get any further, I should say right now that we are going to be getting into heavy spoiler territory today. We're going to be avoiding story spoilers, so if you still want to know about how the plot concludes and stuff like that, you can hang out for this one. But if you don't know what all the stats of the new megas are, what the new megas are in general, then you might want to tune out for this one, or at least tune out when we get to it. We have a couple of short
watch it in a
week.
Just put it on your watch later tab in YouTube.
True.
And catch it later.
Exactly. Yeah, come back when you're ready.
Yeah.
Adi?
So we've got all of the stats for all the Pokemon pulled up, the stat changes, the mega stats. We've got all the move pool changes. We've got all the all the images, and so that's kind of what you should be expecting. Again, no story spoilers. The three of us have not completed the game. Joe has, and so we don't want to get spoiled either. So just keep that in mind when you're chatting as well.
All right. And if you're speaking of YouTube as well, this will be uploaded on YouTube tomorrow. So if you're here now but you'd rather watch it on YouTube, you can check it out on Adi's YouTube channel, CK49. And if you want to, leave any questions for us in the chat, we'll, of course, be keeping up with that as we go. But first and foremost, let's talk about some non-speculative, regular old VGC stuff before we get into it. Upcoming tournaments, mostly. And we got 3 of them announced last week. Houston and Orlando have been announced now. Houston happening in March. I believe that's after Seattle. Seattle's like the February, March date line basically, or month transition, and then Orlando a little bit after that in April, and then Melbourne also happening. I think that's the 3rd for Oceania now, I believe. Actually, this link will probably tell me. I think they've got Brisbane coming up soon.
We've got Auckland coming up soon as well.
Or is Auckland? Ooh, Auckland?
No, it's in January.
No, yeah. So
Okay.
Brisbane first week in November and Auckland January.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
And I think there's supposed to be 4 events in Oceania total, so this might be the 3rd one they're scheduled.
Yeah, it does say there's a TBD in there. I like that it's in between I guess they're just taking a good educated guess. It'll probably be in that period anyways. Okay. Cool. So, yeah. Are you guys, anybody here thinking about doing either of the 2 NA regionals announced? Adi, Houston, Orlando?
I mean, from the East Coast, Orlando is such a cheap flight that I might end up going, but I am kind of sick and tired of going to Orlando. It's just not a very fun city to visit, in my opinion. Whereas Houston, we're all good friends with SoHype, who just moved out to Houston recently, and Jeremy Gross, who just moved out to Houston recently, and so I definitely want to go and visit them. And I haven't been to Texas since I really left, so yeah, I definitely plan on going to Houston. Orlando is a solid maybe for me.
What about you, Nick?
It's gonna depend on what the format looks like. I'm pretty over playing Scarlet and Violet tournaments, but if we have some other type of tournament, then I would love to go play early format.
Some other type of tournament? You mean ZA?
What are we playing? Could mean anything.
A little battle royale, VGC.
Yeah. Last round I got paired into Justin Tang and Wolf Glick and Fede Campo, dude. It was brutal.
The
Joe,
16
what
man
about
round one goes hard.
Joe? What about you? Are you going to either of these?
So I think definitely Orlando is easier, as you talk, like as Adi was talking about the East Coast travel for Orlando is always really accessible. I do enjoy the city, have friends in Florida, but like I just want to have a moment of silence for San Antonio because I really did love San Antonio as a city the last couple of years that we had regionals there. So I know it's the same state, but probably many hours apart for San Antonio and Houston. So just pour one out for San Antonio.
I'm with you right there because
Yeah,
I think my mom had sent me a text. She was like, "You went to San Antonio and it looked so cool, and you sent me those pictures. If they're doing it again this year, maybe we'll go with you. Maybe we'll like come check it out." And I was like, "I'll let you know." But yeah, unfortunately, Houston. I mean, I haven't been to Houston at least, so there's that aspect. A new city. That's at least fun. But I did like San Antonio.
Yeah,
I've
Houston.
heard.
Houston has great food. It's very easy to get to because it's got a couple big airports, but it is very hard to get around. Whereas San Antonio, what I loved about that was the convention center was right next to the Riverwalk, which is just like the most touristy area. So there's so many hotels right there. And what do you do when you get done with the event? Well, there's all the food is right there, and then all the drinks are right there, and so it's just like the perfect place for this the tournament. And Houston is probably, I can't imagine the venue is going to be anything comparable to where San Antonio's was location wise.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Nick? Are you what were you gonna say about
Um,
San Antonio?
oh yeah, some similar stuff. Just the Houston is like I haven't been, but my understanding of the city is that it's just super car centric, car forward. You just have to have a car to get around, which is not great for an event where you're having thousands of people fly in and like at least try to enjoy the city and like on Friday and Saturday nights. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
like yeah, it's not a city that aside from friends who are literally in Houston, I'm really dying to explore and check out. So that's a knock against it. Uh, kind of would have preferred any other major city in Texas, but
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What else
it's
is
what we
there?
got.
Dallas. Dallas is a big
Yeah.
one. We've done Dallas before though. I was trying to
Hmm.
think of a one we
Who-
haven't
No,
done.
Dallas and Houston are very similar in that respect. I would rather have Houston than Dallas.
What's a big one
I'd rather have
in
Dallas. I've
Texas
done
we
really
haven't
well at
done?
Dallas multiple times, but
Yeah,
let's see. I got the champion guy. I got a top four over here.
well, I get it. I get it. There we go.
Oh,
It
never
doesn't
mind.
say
That was
Dallas
Roanoke.
anywhere on there, man. It's just he forged that.
There we go. That's the right one.
We don't have records of you winning that. Nobody remembers these old tournaments.
I was gonna say, I think I casted that one. I
Oh?
want to say
Ayo.
one of those two, right?
That
2018,
was a fun
at
one.
least.
Yeah, was that the Groudon Xerneas one? The
I don't
Sun Series
remember.
or the Moon Series? When I was playing Sun Series and everyone else was playing Moon Series.
It's been so long.
I
I
just
guess I
remember
didn't
Critical Hit
answer.
did two Dallases in a row. We did the grassroots stream for, and
Mm-hmm.
the first one was Chuppa with that the Chansey team.
Yeah, against J-Rod.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Jerry Rodriguez.
Yeah, no,
He essentially killed an entire archetype in that format with one victory because then everybody
You know,
learned. Because that
the
was the best
entire
part about that day was Chuppa started 5-0, round 6, lost on stream, and then lost the rest because everyone was watching the stream match. Now
Yeah.
everyone understood how to beat the archetype, and he lost the. It's just so funny.
Beautiful. It was beautiful.
5 out of 5-4 is. I mean, he's not the only person to ever go 5 out of 5-4, but when you can pinpoint exactly why, it's pretty funny.
Because we were all watching it, but also I wish there was like a
The
YouTube
entire
video breaking
building,
this
literally,
down.
it was the
I wish there
stall.
was
Like it was because every other match was done. Like remember that was the glitches with like the spread earthquakes with Protect also on the 3DS and the infrared stuff. So like every other match was done, and it was just the stream match. Literally, like 400 people were all watching the stream, and it was like, all right, sorry, Chuppa, GG.
I have a YouTube video where I detail that match and go into explain how exactly the mechanics work and stuff, which I love making because I was there too. That was my first year competing, and I remember we were talking about like how do you beat Chansey? Well, you got to timer stall it, and how do you do that? And we were talking about that day before the regional, and so to see it actually on the big screen was really fun.
Yeah.
Fun moment, and definitely glad that he went 5-0 to 5-4. Perfect narratively as well.
Yeah, I mean, I was absolutely rooting against that team. Not that, people can do whatever they want to win, but also I'm going to root against teams I don't like. So, anyways, for my answer, I am, I don't think I'm doing either of these. I'm in a similar camp to what Nick was saying. I think I guess for both. It just depends a little bit on what game we're playing on them. If either of them end up being the first in format for champions, we don't really know exactly when we're transitioning to champions yet, but if either of them are the first for that one, I would be pretty tempted to go to one of them. So hopefully we find that out sooner than later. I mean, I think we'll probably know by the time champions comes out, so then I can figure out if I'm going or not and stuff.
Yeah. Well, decent chance we find out when the new format gets announced, right? Like that's hopefully we'll know before then, because you'd think they would release like the end date, I guess, maybe. I don't know.
Right. No, you're right. Unless it's like an indefinite, I don't know. But yeah, we were talking about how at the end of this month, November 1st or whatever, we can expect to probably know what the coming format is going to be. So yeah, I'm excited for that.
Yeah. That being said, I think that's a pretty good reason to maybe just like register for both of them in case you want to go. And especially like Orlando, it is pretty easy to book last minute flights. It's again very easy to get to. Both these regionals are big airport hubs, so very easy to fly into if you are going to hedge your bets a little bit.
Absolutely. And so for other upcoming events, we actually have one this coming weekend over in Lille. Is it Lille? I don't know. I feel like I was saying
It's actually Lumios.
Oh, that's why they're doing it this weekend. Okay.
No, I'm just
the timing, it just makes sense. So yeah. Lumio City has a regional this coming weekend. I don't exactly know how many people are going to be playing in this one. It is a regional, so it's not a special event, but regardless, this is the second of the European season, right? Yeah. They just had Frankfurt.
Frankfurt was the first.
And so yeah, we've only seen Lele Emanuele crowned a champion over there. We're gonna find out who is the next auto invite to the World Championships, as well as the larger impact or lack of an impact there is on the Regulation H metagame after this coming weekend. So it is pronounced Lille. Okay, easy. Thank you. So yeah, if anybody in the chat knows how many people are going to be at this one, let us know, because it's just nice to know exactly how large of an event is, what the scales are. Of course, I mean every tournament nowadays has got a similar-ish number of players in like NA in Europe. It feels like it's always like between 500 and 900 or something like that, like ballpark. And so they aren't drastically easier or harder than one another, but still just kind of fun to think about for the stakes I was saying. But yeah, for anybody that knows players that are going to this one, we got to do some smart money picks. Joe, do you know any Europeans that are going to be there that you think could win the whole thing?
I don't know, like off the top of my head, but I'm always rooting. I'm always rooting for Victor Medina to finally crack through and get the that big win. So especially after I had that moment with him at Worlds, I feel like I got to root for him to get that.
that was cinema. It was so good, so good. 763 is what somebody's saying in the chat here. Thank you for letting us know. So it'll probably dip below 600 or below 700. I mean, below 700 with no shows and master or junior seniors and stuff. So probably in that range. Nick, what about you? Do you know anybody that's going to this one that you want to put your smart money on?
Yeah, so Joe took Mario, I'll grab Luigi.
All right. Roxanne. Wait. Yeah. Roxanne, another good pick. And of course they do often work together, and I do believe that they are both going, from what I've heard. So no worries about whiffs there, at least. Which were you rooting in finals against Torviv, of course. Yeah, no. No, Torvim's gonna get the big win this time. That's what Joe's saying. It's gonna be the one, dude.
I hope so.
I'm rooting for that as well because, like, I don't know, you want to see somebody that strong actually take home the gold one of these days, and he's so talented. Adi, what about you?
I gotta pick a French player for the French special event. I'm
Yeah.
picking Xiao, who's coming off of a top cut at Frankfurt Regionals. One of the strongest French players out there. That is Adam Cherfoy.
Yes.
Cherfoy? It's a French name.
Yeah.
Cherfoy.
Yeah. I don't remember how to spell that one. It's something. Maybe
It's
a
something
double
like that.
R, maybe a double
Adam
F.
C will do.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. I was like, okay. Torvu's the new Enosh. That's kind of true. All right, for me, I do know that this player is going, and so why not just do it? I'm gonna grab. What if he goes for 2? I do know that Lele will be in attendance, so I'm gonna grab Lele. Why not? Yeah. Then I guess there's probably not a whole lot else we can say about Lille. We're not as versed in Europe as we are. Okay, share. That's a lot of consonants or vowels.
Okay, but
holy.
I need a pronunciation guide. I really do. I for some reason the French are the names that I really can't pronounce. I really got to start picking smart money's from other countries. Is really what it is.
Oh. It's probably
Cheffoy?
like oui, Cherfoy.
Cheffoy?
I don't know, dude. I'm just saying stuff. Oh man. Okay. Wait, why are we not asking Joe? He's he does pronunciation for a living basically. Over there.
Listen, I have to wait till the message comes in Discord
I know.
of how to pronounce it. I would say it's Sheriffui, like andouille,
Yeah.
like the meat, right? So I don't know.
Yeah. No, I know you guys don't actually do any guessing. You gotta do the official pronunciation for Pokemon, and you actually ask the players how to pronounce their names if it seems like a difficult one. How would you pronounce my name? Just a guess.
Just that like Alexander Underhill. I don't know. Am I throwing out the Xander in there? Am I keeping
True. I am a Xander. I'm not actually listed on the standings as Alexander, but I am an Alexander.
The correct pronunciation is actually Alex Underhill because he's all caps.
Yeah, I am all caps. That's true.
That's true.
But I so many people keep asking me about that one. Like I get asked about like once a tournament. They're like, why is it like that? To reiterate for people that don't know, it is just from the Players Cup days, I think, is when we started transitioning into this system. And I just got like a form autocomplete, like from, I don't know, it transitioned something in from Google, whether it was from like ordering food or registering for some other website. And it was just like, you want your name to be Alex Underhill, all caps? And I was like, yeah, that sounds good, boss, whatever. And now they just print it on every standings. And what am I going to do? Go change it? Make it harder to find my name? No, I'm going to stay all caps. It's easy to find me. I'm very loud.
It's no Mega Gallade, but it'll do,
Oh my gosh, Mega Gallade, dude. I forgot about Mega Gallade. Man. I thought there was a good one recently as well. Another crazy name. No, I can't think of one. Anyways. All right, well, I think that does it for the non-ZA stuff. So I'll just reiterate one more time in case people were staying in here until then. But now we're going to launch into ZA spoiler territory. So if you're trying to avoid all ZA spoilers, well, you might have to tab out and come back, whenever you're ready. But yeah, we're going to be talking about the stats, the updated move pools, predicted VGC viability. I hope it's not a... Well, I guess it wouldn't really be a spoiler. Like, there's no abilities in I was about to say Legends Arceus, Legends ZA. So there is going to be some speculation. All right, we'll catch you later, Pokemon Ranger Emerald. And anybody else?
No story spoilers. We're not going to do any story spoilers.
Yes.
As long as you don't mind. Yeah.
Yeah. So we will not be spoiling the story. So if you're only tapping out because of the story spoilers, do hang around. All right. With that said, I guess the first link I have here is a update to some of the old megas, and this actually is just important to talk about with respect to speculation about abilities, a specific mega coming up.
Mm-hmm.
But Yeah, Mega Mawile and Mega Metacham. You can see that they have stat buffs, I think, to
And
their Mega.
notably, the way that pure power and huge power works in these games is different. Um, and so that's why I think the numbers go up by, I think I saw like 40%. So I don't know if this is actually going to apply in the main series games. You should not be giving Mega Metacham base 140 attack stat. That
No,
probably will
no.
not go over well.
I think they just wanted these megas feel the most hurt by a lack of abilities. I mean, yeah, Mega Charizard Y wishes it could set up the sun to boost its fire type damage, but these pure power Pokemon were built on having extra stats from their abilities strictly, and so they would be really disappointing to use otherwise. So it seems like they wanted to have that. At play in the game here is these megas to still feel powerful, still feel worth picking if they don't have their ability. And so yeah, they got a flat like 40-ish boost to their attack from what they normally would have. I didn't know that was actually also applied to regular Meditite and Medicham, but that makes sense to me. I guess Azumarill isn't in the game. I haven't gotten that far, but it makes sense. Sure. I think it was an X and Y, wasn't it? So we played with it in 2014. Yeah.
Azumarill was an X and Y, yeah, but yeah, it's not in ZA. And I would say I did try to use both of these. Like Mega Mawile was still fine, just because like Steel Fairy is like Ironhead player up still do damage, but like Mega Metacham is suffering in ZA. I really did try, but like so much of that damage is from that double. Like sure, 40 extras is nice, but when you use elemental punches, which are low base power and non-stab, and like so like Mega Man, I dropped him real quick. He was not doing well without pure power.
And this game has like a different damage formula, I believe. Like the attacks are not actually doing what they would normally do in the mainline games, but that said, I also don't think that these exactly line up with what the stat would feel like with pure power, right? I thought like Mawile had like an attack that felt I don't know if it was 140. I thought it was a lot higher than that with doubling the stat. I know it's not just a direct doubling it with pure power because it's doubling the stat after EVs and IVs and stuff like that, but I can't remember what Mega Mawile actually felt like it had attack wise. I had to remember that one.
200 something. I want to say 220s.
Okay, I wanted to say in the 200s, but I couldn't remember that. I was like, dang, is it really that crazy?
Yeah, no, just the straight 2X is kind of absurd.
Okay. So actually, it is almost pretty close to just 2X, because Mawile is normally rocking a 105. Mega Mawile, that is, before huge power. And, yeah, anyways, that's the main thing to say about those ones, and it kind of applies right here when we get to the Megas. So, Mega Starmie is the one that is the most notable for this, because Starmie got a 140 base stat increase on Mega Evolution right here. I can't highlight the graph, but yeah, you'll see that it's the only Mega that gains 140 stats upon Mega Evolution, and that 40 extra is, well, I guess you can't say the 40 extra is an attack. It could technically be distributed elsewhere, but a lot of people are guessing that it has 40 higher attack than it should, because of what the other pure power Pokemon have.
It would be a big surprise if it was not just 100 base attack with pure power.
Yeah, that's what everybody's currently guessing, and yeah, I guess let's go ahead and dive right into it. I guess a little bit out of order, but we're talking about it because Starmie is going to be rocking pure power, 100 attack, but also still 130 special attack, 105 in both of the defenses, and 120 speed. A very low 60 HP, and I think for the case for all megas is that their HP does not change upon Mega Evolution, so that's the one consistent thing that you'll be seeing. I think the only Mega that might do anything weird with HP would probably be Zygarde, because Zygarde just breaks a lot of rules as it is. But yeah, I don't know.
We can talk about
have you guys thought
too.
about Mega Starmie at all, especially with it likely having pure power? Does that seem like a strong Mega to you in a potential future VGC metagame?
It does not.
I'm feeling that.
like The flip turns are probably gonna hit kind of hard, but unless we're getting new moves to support it, like a lot of the best psychic and water moves are all special moves. Also, they kind of don't have great psychic and water moves in general, as anyways. So yeah, it's just kind of not really.
One thing I will
It doesn't.
jump in with is I think Wave Crash isn't even in the game at all. I believe in ZA, and so like if it were to learn Wave Crash, we just wouldn't know yet. Now, would Wave Crash be awesome off of a 60 HP stat on your Mega? Probably not, but you know. Anyways, I don't know. What do you think, Joe?
Like oh.
Finish your thought, Nick. Yeah, and then I'll go.
Oh yeah, and just the speed stat really isn't there. Like 120 is nice, but you're just speed dying Ments. You can ice beam it if you go faster, but like you just die, and it doesn't have good enough matchups otherwise. So like be worth using with without like a really good speed stat. Like if this guy was 140 maybe, then that might be a little too good. I don't know. It's not too good right now.
Yeah, I think that we're gonna realize through the course of this whole discussion today that a lot of these megas, while cool, are potentially not better than their base form as we go through them. And I think Starmie is one of them. For example, it's slower than Greninja. Greninja beats it with its dark typing, right? Like you water psychic into Greninja does literally nothing. Obviously slower than Dragon Bolt, slower than Flutter Mane, which is going to destroy it. Like you're going to be intimidated even if you are hitting Incineroar super effectively. So I think Starmie, like a Focus Sash Starmie is probably still better unless there's like Swords Dance Aqua Jet, maybe, right? Because that's what Mawile does is Swords Dance Sucker Punch. So if Starmie gets that as an option, maybe that'll help it. But for now, I think it's not better than base Starmie.
It's looking like it doesn't get Swords Dance.
I did post a link with a bunch of the new moves as well. And so Starmie does get a bunch of new physical moves that it didn't get otherwise, like Aqua Jet, Liquidation, Zen Headbutt, Bulk Up as a setup move, but it does not get Swords Dance. Yeah, I think that's probably not quite enough. Bulk Up is okay, but you really want to like Aqua Jet is cool. Aqua Jet doesn't really help when you already have a super high speed stat. Bulk Up, you have okay bulk, but the low HP stat really kills you there. I think Swords Dance would maybe have made this a viable Pokemon, but yeah, I think I agree. I just don't think the physical moves for water and psychic types are there. The and the distribution of stats just isn't quite there, especially if it was a little faster. Or a little bulkier, I think it might have been a little more viable.
I think another like argument that we'll be repeating ourselves a lot on is what Madeline basically said here is that a lot of these megas will be going up against pseudo legend megas or Pokemon that have much more optimized stat totals, and those are going to be the ones that will probably reign supreme in competitive, unfortunately. And Starmie is already committing my least favorite crime of what these megas are commonly doing, which is being a mixed attacker. Like, it just needed to chop all of that 130 special attack if we're going pure power. Like, cut it down to 55, distribute it to the defenses, make this thing tanky as heck. I don't know. We can't.
It wanted speed.
It did want speed, Nick. I agree. But like, they could have at least cut like 30. Off of the special attack or something.
Keep it the same stat as base. Yeah,
mixed attackers are they're rough. And yeah, that's just not going to do it any favors. And then also just like having stats in general is of course important too. Like Mega Malamar is one that we're going to be talking about later. Mega Malamar starts at like 480 stats, I think, like that. So you bring it up to like 580, and that's like what Flutter Mane was. Like, a Pokemon that could hold any item and was like really good. I know that the Paradox Pokemon are probably not the best comparisons, but like, you could compare it to like Zapdos. Like Zapdos is like 570, right? I think at least. Yeah, let's go ahead and jump up to the top then here because that one is honestly the least speculative when it comes to abilities. That one, a lot of people are like, I would say we're like 95% confident that it's going to be pure or huge power. Probably pure power, right? I feel like that's probably the one.
It feels more pure than huge.
Yeah. But anyways, Mega Clefable. I actually I have no idea what to say about this one. A lot of these I'll be I've only like briefly looked at. Like, what the heck is this thing doing, dude? I'm trying to get. What is that on its head?
It's something, all right. It's something, all right.
It's
Uh,
my understanding is it turns into a butterfly,
all right,
and I
let's start
haven't
off
gotten
with
up to
you.
that point of the game yet. But
I was gonna say, let's start off with you this time, Joe. What do you think about Mega Clefable?
Yeah, I think it's a little distracting, and you don't think about the butterfly aspect of the design. I agree it's there, but I think there's something else that is definitely distracting from it. Togekiss typing, however, it
Right.
is Togekiss is able to hold an item, Choice Scarf or Leftovers or Citrus Berry or whatever, where Mega Clefable is not. I think this is a very ability dependent, arguably the most ability dependent Pokemon of the new Megas. And if
Right.
it gets something good, like say it gets let's say it gets Hospitality on Mega or something like that, or even just gets Friend Guard back from Clefairy, right?
it's getting Shield Dust because it's a butterfly.
That's it. Yeah. So
Yeah, sure,
if it gets
sure.
something like that, I think it can be viable. But then if it just has like Mega Audino's ability or whatever, then it's going to be in the dumpster. I think it's a very supportive Mega for sure. Like nobody's going to sweep with Combine Mega Clefable or whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think
Naughty.
some of the speculation, because it turns into a flying type, people are speculating Aerialate. I think Serene Grace makes a lot of sense for Clefable, but again,
that's just
that really plays
Togekiss.
into it being a Togekiss clone. Yeah, exactly. And then it could also be more supportive like Magic Guard type thing. But I think all those are kind of mid. I think that it based like really at the end of the day, Clefable has always been this support Pokemon that really wants to click follow me in doubles. And like you said, Togekiss already does that. You don't really want your Mega to be a support Pokemon, and while it can be cool to throw out Moonblast from a base 135 special attack stat, that's not that good for using your Mega, especially when it's a slow Pokemon, especially when it's like not even all that bulky. It's got 95, 93 defenses, like physical defense stat. And sure, it's especially bulky, but like, I don't know. I don't think that's good enough for this sort of like weird mixed bulk thing, if that's what you're committing your Mega to. And I think that even if you are trying to do this thing where you're like, where you're not committing to using your Mega, but you still have the Mega Stone on it, like some Pokemon do, where maybe you have 2 Megas on your team, and you're Megaing it situationally. It still doesn't make much sense because I think Clefable just has so many other items that it wants to run, like Citrus Berry, like Safety Goggles, like all the different stuff that it could also benefit from. So I don't think it would even want to situationally use its Mega either.
Right. Yeah.
So
I'm with you on
I'm slightly more interested in it than y'all are. Just because the 135 special attack is enough to hurt stuff with Moonblasts. Even if it's relatively uninvested and you're just going physical defense dump. Whether it's worth a Mega slot, probably not. So since there's other Megas that are going to be doing more broken things, but like, I don't think the value proposition is terrible. Game Freak's been trying to do, like, give Follow Me to more interesting mons than just like pure supports. We saw that with Ogerpon this gen, and just having like a damage threat that also can redirect and is bulky presents like just a lot of really flexible gameplay, and
Mhm.
flexibility is power. So I'm not completely off of it, but yeah, I think it's not broken enough to justify being the Mega
I
for a
agree.
team.
Yeah. I'm looking at the stats and I'm just kind of like, where did the 100 go? I feel like it just ate them all, and like it didn't. Like, yeah, its special attack got bigger, but the rest of them, I'm like, isn't Clefable like close to these already? Like, I'm just like these. It just doesn't feel that different. Yeah, it's weird that way.
I think it'd be good
It's-
for Hospitality. I think it would actually be
That would be fun.
Ooh.
That'd be fun.
a mid game Mega Evolution. Once you start off regulars, keep unaware or something like that, and then 3 turns in you Hospitality.
Oh, you pop it for a cup of tea right when you. So does that I mean, presumably it would if that's what they're doing, then you would get it right on Mega. And that's kind of cool. Okay,
Mhm.
I
I'm
believe
down.
so. Right. Yeah.
Like,
I would like them to do more of that and really try to utilize those abilities that proc when you
Uh,
Mega that normally proc on switch in. I think that's a cool way to add some flexibility to when you use your Mega Evolution rather than just slamming it turn 1. And so I could definitely see something like Hospitality being really cool on this or on other Pokemon as well.
Okay, I thought about that for a little bit, and actually that sounds really cool. Like you can redirect, but if they're using spread moves to get around the redirection, then hospitality deals with that. And so that's just kind of a really good protection for your guy. Okay,
Common Creek should hire me.
They should. They need an ideas guy. And so one thing that I was going to say a bit more in general. Oh man, the thought is escaping me. Oh, was it about abilities? I don't know. When it comes back to me, I'll probably mention it. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on to talking about Victory Bell, which is also committing the. Oh yes, I remember my thought now is that it's about abilities. So yeah, for the megas, did they keep the same ability for many of them, or only in like the case of like Metacham where it was like a really good ability already? I feel like for the most part they change abilities. Does that line up for past megas?
All the levitate Pokemon keep their megas. I think most of the other ones got new ones, right? Unless they were really broken.
It's at least like 80% a new mega, right? Or a new ability.
No, I'm wondering if it's more than that. That's what I'm saying. Like, can you? What's another one? Sorry, did somebody say another one besides Metacham?
Levitate. The ones with Levitate kept it.
Tyranitar.
T-Tar and the Lotties. Okay, yeah.
And Abomasnow. Yeah.
Abomasnow. Scizor. Scizor and Blaziken. Okay, yeah. So there's a good amount more. All right. I just was kind of curious what was the likelihood of Clefable keeping its abilities versus changing it, and like it does look like it'll probably get some kind of weird new ability for sure, but I was just kind of wondering how often they end up keeping their ability anyways. And it seems like basically if it's like a very defining ability for the Pokemon, then it's going to stick around with that, or a very strong one already, but to change the identity they definitely could change it.
Right. And by the way, on that note, I do want to throw out that there are a couple Pokemon that got new abilities since they got new megas, namely Gallade is probably going to have sharpness now, right? Not Inner Focus, I would hope, as its mega ability. And then I think Audino got Regenerator since we've seen it. And that one probably also should...
No, I think it had it then. Did it?
Yeah, no, it had Regenerator.
It was just like a downgrade, dude. It was just so bad. Healer is so bad. What are we doing? Oh, man. Okay. Let's talk about Victory Bell. So Victory Bell, it's also doing it's a mixed attacker, and its defenses are 80, 85, 95. My Mega has to be able to take hits a little bit better than this if it's rocking a 70 base speed. I also don't think it looks like it's getting or keeping Chlorophyll. Like, it doesn't seem particularly fast to me.
No,
it better not keep Chlorophyll because
it's heavily implied that it's going to get Corrosion, right?
That's true.
When they were talking about it in all of its flavor text.
Yeah, and that would be
which is also a bad ability. I mean, even if it hits Steel types, which they really should make it do, and I think it does in this game. I don't know. Corrosion's not very good.
They should buff it to do like super effective into Steels. That would be fun.
Okay, that would make it better.
Right.
But still not that good.
Yeah, I don't know. Does anybody
does not have the raw stats?
Anybody else have anything to add on Victory Bell? It doesn't seem like it has a ton of potential.
It actually does have a pretty good physical move pool, so it could be like inverse Mega Salamence, where like the attack is higher, but most people were using it as a special attacker because it was getting intimidated. Like Victory Bell with a higher special attack could actually be a better physical attacker.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I'm thinking about it. I'm just like, it's already a typing that isn't like that amazing. Like, I mean, like Amoonguss makes it work very well defensively, and like Mega Venusaur was like fine enough last time we had Mega Evolutions. So I guess, you know, if it wants to use like Weather Ball and Sun and stuff, but I don't know. Nick, what do you think?
It's a fine typing, but yeah. Homie is definitely in contention for worst megas.
Venusaur also lost 2 weaknesses on that typing too.
Yeah,
that does help.
Victory Bell's still taking that full force Ice Beam.
It's a good typing for resisting certain like key attacks. Like I don't know, like Amoonguss was resisting Surging Strikes and Close Combat and Moonblast in the formats that those Pokemon.
Yeah, but we're not gonna have to deal with that because we're not getting Urshifu in the next game.
Urshifu's never coming back. I know that, Nick. Of course, we all know that.
Yeah, okay.
Everyone knows that. Mega Urshifu though in the DLC, that guy's gonna be crazy.
But
Anyways,
Yeah.
But like you said, Victory Bell has to deal with Mega Venusaur as competition for it, and maybe with Mega Meganium as competition for it now, with Amoonguss as competition for it. So like it's just one of those Pokemon that's like, even if you could think of a potential use case, like you have so much competition for that exact same slot, even if you want that exact typing, that like it's so hard to justify using.
I'm just
So,
laughing at the chat.
my-
Somebody says it gets Unseen Fist. Now what do we do? And I'm like, you know what? Now you're talking.
I don't see his fist anywhere, man. That works.
Okay.
I guess my other take for Victory Bell is these stats don't make sense at all if they didn't give it chlorophyll. So
Right, I know.
I think he's keeping chlorophyll because these stats like they're turbo ass without chlorophyll. Like they still run into the issue where the best drought setter is Zard, and you can't run
Yes.
the two of them, which is my primary issue with megas is that you can't run two of them, and so they're just kind of I can get into
Right.
that later.
Sure.
It's
let's
so
move on to
Yeah.
Dragonite here then. Dragonite, I think might be our first instance of stat dropping to get more stats elsewhere. I think they cut like 10 off of the attack. That should be shown in this one. Yeah, cut 10 off the attack and gets more stats elsewhere, which is kind of funny to do on a pseudo Pokemon. Like, Dragonite doesn't need to cheat stats. It already has a lot of stats, being a pseudo legendary. But sure, have 10 more on a potentially a potential stat you're not going to be using. Now, even if Dragonite was like full
I've got my
special,
theories.
I was gonna say, even if it's like full special using like Draco and Hurricane and stuff like that, with whatever ability it has, like Extreme Speed is always just a really good move, and it would like to do more damage with that Extreme Speed, so it isn't without its costs. 124 is still not a small attack stat either. I mean, we were talking about Mega Victory Bell having a nice attack stat at 125, so yeah, I mean, this Pokemon has a whole lot of potential to be good in VGC, just depending on what ability it gets, because it already has some good ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
Adi,
notably,
let's have Adi start this time. Adi, go ahead.
I also just notably think that any mega where you have multi-scale as your pre mega ability is going to be crazy, because that just means you get value out of multi-scale and then you get to mega and hopefully take advantage of it and get your new ability as well. And so just the nature of Dragonite has a crazy ability to start out, maybe the ability that has the most synergy with Mega Evolution. And then you get to Mega Evolve it, and let's be real, this is a Pokemon they want to push. I think this is a Pokemon that's going to have a crazy ability. The thread on Smogon that I had that speculated was saying it's going to have Soul Heart, which is pretty ridiculous. And maybe not okay. But
that one's no.
I don't think that one's okay. But I do think that this is an opportunity for them to really like push a crazy ability, a brand new ability on this Pokemon. I don't know what it's going to be. I'm not very good at these guesses, but
anybody got ones
this,
that are not
this
Aerolite? Because I've heard Aerolite so many times. What else? What do you got, Joe?
I think it's a very Gale Wings coded Mega Evolution. It's the wings are literally sprouting out of its head. Like, and so what I love about this design is they went all in the stat spreads. They went all in on the special side and the speed instead of the physical. So like you have a physical version, right? Alex, you won a regional with the physical version, right? Like, so you can either stay physical, 80 speed, Dragon Dance, E speed, all that stuff, and keep your multi-scale, or you go special, say Gale Wings Tailwind, full health. You're forgoing multi-scale to gain that full HP, priority boost on your flying attack, like Gale Wings Hurricane on rain teams with that 145 special attack. Like it's got that 100 speed, which is pretty much the baseline, because Charizard, Kangaskhan, like there's so many other 100 base speed Pokemon, and you're going to outspeed the base Dragonites, even if they're Jolly 252. Even if you are timid, or even if you're modest in 252 speed, you'll still outspeed max speed base Dragonite. So my guess is Gale Wings. Like,
That's
give
a
it
fun
to someone
one.
else. Like, I think it'd be fun.
Yeah, I like that. Nick, what are your thoughts on this one?
So my thoughts are Gale Wings, but the attack nerf is because aerial 80 speed. Or sorry, did I say Gale Wings? Yeah, I think it's aerial 8.
Right.
But yeah, the attack drop is because E speed was going way too hard in playtesting.
So
Uh,
you think, but why did they
and
give it so much special attack if it's like an aerial Avon? I guess they wanted to use Hyper Beam.
because they didn't want him to do E speed stuff.
Really, that's crazy.
Like,
All right.
yeah, no, the special attack is the least valuable place to put it. Like, you don't want to make him any more chunky because he's already really chunky. It's just we give it the special attack. You can click hyper voice. It's not super game breaking. Like, yeah, I think that was not. I think that one was just a nerf, and it allows him to get aerial 8 E speed without dunking too many things.
I think
Wow,
it's
I have
also.
some- Go ahead.
Oh,
Go.
sorry. It's really like in every video, it's dropping a Draco, and its TCG card is also when it attacks, it retreats to the bench. So like, if there's an eject pack ability or whatever, right? Like you hit Draco
Ooh,
and switch
yeah,
out.
yeah.
I think that might be cool.
That'd be
I
cool.
have seen some people
A-
talk about No Guard. No Guard could be fun. With all the inaccurate moves it could run, it has like Hurricane and Thunder and Fire
That'd be
Blast,
cool.
I guess Draco even. So No Guard could be a decent fit for this guy.
Yeah, that's my favorite so far. I really like No Guard.
All right, Mega Meganium. I think this is probably the coolest of the Mega starters design-wise. I went in without seeing them though, and so I got spoiled on Meganium, but I didn't see the other two, and so I was like, all right, we'll go with for Alligator, and I do hate it, but regardless, that's the one I have, and I'm dealing with it. But Mega Meganium, I think it looks awesome, and the stat line seems pretty workable, seems pretty decent. It might play a Mega Venusaur type role. The problem is like the typing does have its a bunch of weaknesses. It can absolutely have a good amount of resistances. We've seen Whimsicott win multiple world championships, so it's a fine enough typing. I know that we're gonna say it a bunch of times. The ability will define it, but what if we give it a triage on Draining Kiss and on Giga Drain and Synthesis? How about that? Does that sound chill? Does that sound cool with everybody?
Please.
Yeah.
Thing is,
Yeah.
you say that's balanced. That's not overpowered.
It doesn't
relative
seem
to
crazy.
what we have right now. It's very strong, but that's what we need
Yes.
for this Pokemon to be good. That would go really hard. Like 143 base powered, base special attack Draining Kiss would go really hard. As would Giga Drain. As would even if they had a potential like healing move for your partner as well, like a heal pulse type thing. I don't think it gets those moves in its move pool in this game. So
Okay.
it's maybe a little optimistic because it does not get Draining Kiss.
Oh,
It only
dang.
gets
Never
Dazzle
mind,
Gleam.
then.
It's only Fairy Attack.
No.
Yeah.
Dang.
But I do think that would actually be a way to make it like because I think that its stat distribution has a lot of potential. It is quite good. It's very tanky special attacker that could theoretically do a lot. And it can sit around forever, and it has a good defensive typing with Grass Fairy, but I think it will be defined by its ability, and I'm worried they're going to give it like Flower Guard or something like that, and just have it be absolutely unplayable.
It's grassy terrain, baby.
It's grassy terrain.
Grassy Surge. Yeah.
I mean, for real though, like if Rillaboom could have a priority base 75 power grass move on release, why can't Meganium have a priority base 75 power grass move on release?
Yeah. Oh, that's another good
I'm
thing
going
that someone mentioned in the chat. Is it confirmed that the ZA move pool is the same as the Champions move pool? No, not at all.
No,
Like
it's not
honestly,
confirmed.
I think there was some stuff
Because
in
Gardevoir
Legends
lost
Arceus.
Ice Beam in
Yeah.
Legends Arceus. So
The move
Yes.
Fake Out is not in the game PLZA. Like, nothing gets Fake Out, and I don't think they're deleting Fake Out from Champions.
Well, yeah, not
Yeah.
just that, but like sometimes they'll give them on
Yeah.
a move just for this game that they
Oh,
won't
sure, yeah.
keep. Like what Joe mentioned, Gardevoir got Ice Beam in Legends Arceus for whatever reason. They just said, "Yeah, you know what? Let it have Ice Beam." But when it came back to the main series, it didn't have it. Again, not
actually,
that
it's
would like.
Focus Blast in ZA.
It
Wait,
does
what
or
gets
doesn't?
Focus Blast?
Yeah.
Gardevoir does. fun.
No,
Yeah,
Oh, Excadrill gets Focus Blast. Yeah, yeah. That, what are
Yeah.
the? I remember
With
fighting
its
that. I
60
was like,
special
why?
attack. Yeah.
Why are they? Oh, you know what? Maybe that's because maybe Excadrill has no guard. Maybe that's why they put Focus Blast on it. We'll get to that one. So, yeah, I mean, Mega Meganium, I think it looks like it's in the right spot for a good ability to carry it to viability. But a bad ability would just kind of leave it stranded because it does have its share of weaknesses, of course. Um, let's talk about the Gator. I I was so disappointed when I Mega Evolved it for the first time, dude. I was like, this is what I'm rocking with. This thing looks so dumb. It's just, I think if the hood stayed down most of the time or all the time, it'd be cooler. Okay. Stats wise, it kind of just looks. I mean, like a lot of these are just Mega for Alligator Plus, Dragonite Plus, or Meganium Plus. Like it just takes the things that it does well and does them a little bit better. But I'm not seeing anything here crazy strong. I mean, it already had like a cool ability in Sheer Force, paired that with like Life Orb. You can't really do that with a Mega Stone. I mean, you could still run the moves without the Life Orb. But if it got Sheer Force as a Mega, that'd be a little lackluster. I think Mega Camerupt has that one, right? Mega Camerupt has Sheer Force. Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's a bunch of abilities that I could see a guy like this getting. I don't think it will make it like that broken. Like I could see it getting like Moxie or something like that. They just like to give guys like this Moxie. Strongjaw would probably be an easy guess for it. I don't think it breaks it though. Nick, let's start with you.
Give
What
it
do you
Fish's Rend.
think?
They give it Fish's Rend.
Yes.
Fish's Rend. We're talking.
It's got potential.
Sure.
That's the thing is like there are so many strong Pokemon out there that like give it something broken. Like let these guys do something a little stupid, and see what happens. Like you have to compete on the level of like Urshifu and Fluttermane nowadays, right? And all these base 600 stat megas that then mega evolve to base 700 stat total.
I mean,
So yeah, I would love to see it.
Sinistra, or Chaladon, those were all like really strong guys.
So like, yeah, give it Vicious Rend with that gets boosted by Sheer Force. Does that get boosted by Sheer Force?
No, I shouldn't.
Okay.
I shouldn't.
I don't know. Or the thread posted giving it Dragon's Maw, which is also kind of cool. But yeah,
That's hilarious.
Right? Or the Strong Jaw boosted Vicious Rend would be cool. Base 160 attack stat. Like, there's a couple different things that you can do to like really make this Pokemon good. Because base 160 attack is really good, and base 125 defense stat is really good, and it's just a question of like, can its ability overcome its relatively meager other stats.
I like Dragon's Maw. That actually seems to line up with me. Line up a bit. I think that seems funny.
Yeah, that one's hilarious.
No, that tracks.
He just got the Dragon's Maw on his back.
Yeah, right. Like it has funny. A Dragon's Maw. Joe, do you have any thoughts on this one, or should I keep it moving?
I would just say, what if it has Disguise or Ice Cube's ability? You knock off the Totodile hat. I just think it's the same issue. Like regular for Alligator, it's like, why would you use the Dragon Dance for Alligator when it's got to compete with better Dragon Dancers like Gyarados or Dragonite that are all faster? It's slower than Meganium, and it doubly loses to both of Meganium's typings there. So, I don't know. I think it's coverage. If it hits something neutrally, it's going to absolutely destroy it. But I just don't think it'll find itself in a position often enough to be hitting things well.
Unless it gets Disguise, dude. Disguise sounds fun. I like Disguise.
And then it comes off, It just
yeah. The reason it's always up in the game is because it doesn't have abilities. But it'll be down in Champions when it has its ability back. Maybe.
I mean, being able to pop a Disguise just with your Mega would be really sick.
That would be cool.
Just like you get to attack while protecting. It's so it's just really strong. I'd be fine with that guy getting the ability to do that, even though it would be really good just because I don't know why else I'm using this guy.
Mega Skarmory, they did some crazy stat stuff with this one. I actually have to go. I think this is another dropping stats one. Yes.
Mhm.
They cut 30 defense to give it more stats. It's kept that 40 special attack. I love a good low special attack stat. Give me some broken stats everywhere. I actually don't know what Skarmory's BST is beforehand. It doesn't show me BSTs.
It is 465 to 565. With
Okay, so yeah, it needed. I guess its stats are optimized well, so that works out well for its like lower base stat total. But the stats look good. I mean, a low HP, good defenses, and then wow, that speed and attack. It's really cool, and also really redefines what Skarmory can do. I think that's really fun. I don't really know what it's up to though. Anybody have any predictions?
Um,
Right?
like mirror armor, they just make another Corviknight. Probably
Nah, I
not
feel like
going to do that, but
good as gold.
like
It's because it's gold now. That
that
one's
is
pretty good.
hilarious.
That'd be awesome. Yeah. Does it get any good normal attacking moves? What if we had like a steel version of Aerolate?
Right,
Mm.
right.
I don't know what it gets, but
I don't think.
Yeah, I think it might just be like double edge. I don't know if there's a great normal move they can run.
I mean, if you think about what those abilities were doing back then, Joe, it was all hyper voice or return, right? Like it was basically just those two. So that's probably still going to be the answer. I mean, you could run double edge for sure, but
I
Yeah,
don't know, one of my sleepers for I think probably if not top 3 new mega, like maybe top 5 at the lowest. I think that speed is really good. Steel flying is one of the greatest typings of all time. Ask Celesteela, ask Corviknight, right? Like it's an incredible typing. Completely walls Mega Extra Drill, which is we're going to talk about, is going to be a pretty good threat. Like Extra Drill literally can't touch this mon. And if it's gold, if it's yellow, if we give it Lightning Rod, it's only weak to fire. So
Yo, lightning rod.
that's kind of sick.
That would go hard. I really
Somebody
want to
said
like this guy
speed.
because it is just a Tiger Hawk. It's just a herky. But I don't know.
He's very
I'm
cool.
a little more down on this one. I don't know if it has enough. Like it's got decent stats, but 110 isn't actually that fast. It's actually not as bulky as you'd like it to be because its defense stat got lowered and its HP is very low, and that's a big part of your defenses. 140 attack is really good, but it does have a lot of weaknesses, and so I do think it either needs a broken move or a broken ability to put it over the edge. Because otherwise, like it is a really good typing, but I kind of think that this one is not quite there yet either. That being said, I really want it to be good, and I think it's really interesting where it's a mega that you can switch in with its really high defense stat. Tank a hit and then mega evolve, which is a different playstyle than we see a lot of other megas doing.
Yeah. I was thinking that as well. Like the bulk beforehand can let you do some stuff, but it really will depend on what kind of stuff it's up to. Like, is it setting Tailwind for the team? Or is it clicking Iron Head? Like 140 attack's nice. Iron Head is just okay.
Let's give this guy shift gear.
Shift gear
They,
would go so hard for it.
Ooh, that's fun. Yeah,
Wind Rider,
Weak
that's
Armor,
fun.
it does already get that one pre-mega. And you could run that on like your pre-mega version of it. Like Sturdy is funny, but also like, do you really want to be, switching in your mega and taking 99 and be like, it's time to mega?
No, you take the T-Bolt pre-mega with Sturdy, you shift gear up, and then you launch a +1 Bravert into something once.
Yeah,
Wind Rider
once,
would
yeah.
be sick. Yeah.
But Weak Armor, that actually sounds really funny pre-mega. Yeah, just like you fake it out turn 1 because you want to stop the mega Skarmory attack, but actually you just give it a +2 speed, and then it's like, ooh, oh, that was not good. So yeah, Tough Claws is also a decent guess. I don't know. I don't like Tough Claws. Like, not that it's a bad one. It's just like we already seen a couple of Tough Claws megas. It actually started out as a mega exclusive ability, I believe. I think it started out with just Charizard, and then it came to Mega Metagross. Charizard X, that is. And then Lycanroc got it later. Oh, no. We were talking about this the other day. It's Barbaracle. Fuck, it's stupid Barbaracle has it. Heavy Metal for Heavy Slam. The thing is, Skarmory's like pretty light to start, so I don't know.
Yeah.
It's zooming around in game. It's super light. Yeah.
It could be definitely like this. The stat lines look pretty good, so yeah, we'll have to see what cool ability it could get. Frostlass. Frostlass, it feels like they kind of did like they flutter mained it. Like I believe that we were looking at a similar ish. Like it's not like as crazy tuned as Fluttermane is, but I think comparing Fluttermane to Miss Magus, right? I think Miss Magus was like 55, 55, 55, 105, 105, 105. And Frostlass is like low on the front and much better on the back end. And then I do think though that Frostlass had like a pathetic special attack stat, if I remember correctly. I think it was 80. I feel like it had like
it was 80.
I think it had
Yep.
the same attack and special attack for no reason. So they had a lot of work to do, and they decided that was where most of the points were going to go, was special attack. And that's a good typing offensively. Ice Ghost with that speed stat, pretty cool. There will be some problems, of course, with some of the megas that are faster, like we talked about Greninja, talked about, I don't know if we talked about Gengar or not, but yeah, Gengar will also be faster. Then it'll also be weaker to faster ghosts, like Joe mentioned, like Dragapult, I think is confirmed to be in the game. Fluttermane, if it's around, would bully this thing, but yeah. Otherwise, I think that it's got the right typing for it. No idea about the ability. I got no clue.
I saw people talking about setting Snow because then it's a fake out immune, like Aurora Veil setter or something.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That would go
Yeah,
hard.
snow warning.
with the new snow mechanics. Yeah, snow warning. I mean, it does just get dumpstered by Incineroar, so eventually Incineroar will come back. So I don't know how great Mega Frostlass
That's
is going to
fine.
be. But
You're allowed to be weak to Incineroar, but
there's
yeah,
like weak and then there's unplayable. Like
you've got teammates. Just have a Defiant guy with it and set your veils for it. And like if they don't bring the cat, then you get to do your Frostlass stuff. And if they do, then you get your Defiant guy. Like it's fine.
I don't mind the people are saying the anti-priority abilities. What's funny is that they've never double dipped on the anti-priority abilities. That it's been a unique one for unique Pokemon every single time. Queenly Majesty is just Serena's ability, Dazzling is just Bruxis's ability, and Armor Tail is just Fergraph's ability. So I guess if it was gonna get any of them, like you said, Queenly Majesty or Dazzling probably, but because it doesn't have any type of armor tail, at least as far as I can tell. But I could see it being a cool fit for it.
Sure.
Yeah.
It could get Dazzling. Dazzling reasonably fits with it.
Another
With
thing
the
that we've been
Majesty, yeah.
talking about a lot, by the way, about like how the megas stack up against other megas, new and old. I'm not 100% convinced that we will have all megas available at the same time. I know that that's like a good possibility. It may be more likely than not that we have all the megas, but I just think back to like Sword and Shield, the way that we like rolled out the G Maxes kind of gradually. There is a chance that they say like first format is just new megas. Like hey, none of the old megas are even legal. We know that they were accessible. We know that you can get them in game, but just new megas for the first format is a total possibility in my opinion.
That would be very cool, and I hope they do that.
It would be funny. I think that would be interesting for sure. Like force us to play with these new guys because like I don't know. I mean I know Mega Kangaskhan and Mega Charizard and Mega Gengar are gonna be good. I've played with them before. They're pretty good. Don't have to do some crazy stuff to make them not good. All right. So yeah, Snow Warning. I think that's a decent pick for ability. Otherwise, anti-priority stuff. Okay, Embor. So Mega Embor keeps its typing. It was actually the only one to keep its typing, right? Of the starters. The other starters got fun extra tools. And Mega Embor is like, nah, firefighting's all you need. And oh, man, was it already rocking that much of a special attack? I gotta go look. What did this guy?
It did have-
He got plus
yeah.
10.
yeah,
I got 10. Okay. Ooh, 10 in the defense, dude. 75 now. Oh, but I didn't realize it was 65 before. Whoa. This guy's doing some crazy
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, so bit of a math sidebar. Since the HP stats don't change, a lot of the megas, they really enjoy investing in HP, and like just having a high HP stat scales really nicely with the bonus defenses that most of them get. So Embor is like one of the only ones that has a really solid HP stat to start off with. And that's just like a pretty good spot to be in for a mega that's getting on average like a decent amount of stats to its defenses, and so I'm actually like pretty into Mega Embor for that reason specifically. Like 110 spit off is really nice, and firefighting is honestly a really solid special defensive typing. It's got like a psychic weakness and ground weakness, but like you can stand up against a lot of stuff.
Right.
These are real stats. These are like, yeah, these are very real stats. And Embor generally like, it didn't have the best abilities. Like it kind of had a pretty good move pool, if I recall correctly, a physical move pool, and now it's got an attack stat that can really abuse it. And like you said, a good typing, offensive and defensive typing. And I do think that it will come down to, again, to its ability, but like I could definitely see this one seeing a lot of play. I also think it looks super cool. Like I love the design of Mega Embor. So one that I want to see
He is
do
a
well.
shaman.
It's cool. It's cool
Or is
looking.
is it a shaman? Genuine question. Also, I'm a shaman enjoyer, but I think it's a shaman. Genuinely.
Supreme
Anyways.
Overlord. I could see Supreme Overlord.
It would be so bad.
It would be bad. It would be bad for us.
But at least it would be kind of cool to have the Supreme Overlord on a Pokemon that can Mega Evolve. So you're like, well, now I can choose when I proc this.
I was just saying it gets Reckless as a hidden ability, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think this is a candidate, same with Extra Drill, for keeping its pre-evolution ability, because like you have Wild Charge, Flare Blitz, all those other things. But like, you know, as Armarouge's strongest soldier, I know just how bad 75 speed is. Like it's just like the worst limbo state you could be in. So that's the one thing that concerns me with Embor is take 10 out of special attack or 10 out of somewhere else and give that 85 speed or something, just to help bump it up a little bit.
Fluffy. It doesn't look fluffy.
Fluffy would be incredible.
Fluffy
would be genuinely incredible. It would be broken. If it had Fluffy.
Fluffy would be crazy. Does Fluffy work with body press? I can't remember.
No, it just it makes you take half damage from physical moves.
Wait, are we sure it doesn't work with body press? I think.
Sorry, do you mean offensively?
Yeah, offensively.
Yeah, it doesn't. Fluffy doesn't double the defense stat. It makes you take half damage.
Oh, you're right. I see what you're saying. Yeah. I must be thinking of. I'm thinking of something else then. Okay. Mega Excadrill is, probably, as Joe was alluding to earlier, one of the most potentially strong megas, and like even without like wondering too much about its ability, like as long as it doesn't have like a really negative ability, I've got pretty high confidence in this Pokemon. 103, we saw a number of the strong megas were at 100 or less speed, so it's going to be doing really well against those ones. And then for the ones that are faster than it, it might be able to just tank the hits. I mean, 110-65 is an amazing specialty, but it's still got like a really good defensive typing, good offensive typing, good offensive attack stat, really low special attack stat. We're not wasting any stats here. It, like if it keeps Sand Rush, it'd be chilling. Honestly, it'd be really just doing some really annoying stuff, and the Tyranitar and Excadrill are going to be eating good together. But I think they absolutely could change it up to some other stuff. I don't know what that would look like. I mean, what, Tough Claws, because it's got really big claws. What is it?
I have a pitch. I think that it's actually more interesting if it doesn't get Sand Rush. I think Sand Rush is fine. It's going to be good without it, but I think the idea of, hey, you can sweep with this thing in sand, and then as soon as sand goes away, you can Mega Evolve it and get some bonus that really helps you out. Would be a cool way to like give this Pokemon to way to use this Pokemon. And so obviously the best thing to do there is Sandstream. I don't think they will give it Sandstream. It would be pretty nuts if they did, but I think that'd be a really cool approach to it. But I could also see it getting any number of other abilities like Tough Claws or like something else. Because it doesn't look like I don't know. It's hard to look at it and give it a guess. Although what did the guys say on Spogon?
They were just guessing Mold Breaker.
They were Mold. I hope not. That would actually be kind of disappointing.
So,
go ahead. No, you're
No,
good.
no, you go.
All right.
Okay,
I will say.
I'm
gonna
all right. I'm gonna be. Go ahead, Joe.
All right.
Yeah.
I would actually like it to get Sand Force instead of
Right.
Sand Rush. And so that way you keep the T-Tar Extra Drill. So like there's a word you could double Mega and have double Mega T-Tar, Mega Extra Drill on the team and matchup dependent, decide which one you want to proc, which one you want to, reactivate Sand, or if you want to go for the damage off of it. So I think Sand Rush is probably the easiest thing because that's what the Pokemon's been known for 15 years. But I think Sand Force would be kind of sick.
I'm sorry. How long did you say? I didn't like that you
I
said
don't want to
15
think about
years, dude. That's crazy.
15
Why did you
years.
say that, dude? That's
20
insane. Excadrill's one
Mega
of the newer
Excadrill-
Pokemon. He's one of the newer
Mega-
Pokemon.
He would.
It was 2012,
Excadrill.
2011. Oh my
It was
god.
2011.
He'd be
15 years.
competing
It's-
in
it's-
Excadrill. Would
it's
be
14.
competing in seniors right now. If he had to play, Pokemon ID, he'd be a senior.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So my thoughts on the Excadrill stats. 103 is fast enough that I think they're taking away Sand Rush. I also don't think they're giving it a damage boost ability, partly because Tough Claw's 165 attack goes a little too crazy. It starts outgoing too many things, and also because like it doesn't synergize with Earthquake, which is I think his most iconic attack.
Right.
So I could see Mold Breaker. I could see something silly like Battle Armor, maybe, or just like a relatively low power ability where you're just using it to,
Make
get
your
the defense
Excadrill
buff
tankier.
and the speed boost
Yeah.
and such. Yeah, he's a little bit less physically bulky than Mega Metagross. Fair comp, Metagross is 80, 150. So he's like 10 or 15% less bulky. He's still pretty chunky, Fizdef. But yeah, like if he gets a damage amp ability, then he's gonna do something really stupid. And yeah, I think it makes the most sense for them to just move away from Sand for it. And just put it in a different direction. But
I agree.
I think Notre Dame now got it too. They said Earth Eater, and I love that idea. That's so on theme too.
Yeah, because it's just like
That
it's
would-
digging already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does come out. Yeah.
that's hilarious. It would be probably pretty solid.
I think a different
It would
Mega
be
is gonna have
noxiously
Earth Eater,
good.
though. So I think we're gonna have to
The
wait
mirror would
till
be
later.
dumb.
The mirror would be
Alright.
dumb.
You have to stay
Oh.
non-mega and Mold Breaker there,
And
guy.
Bolt Breaker. Yeah.
Yo! Oh my god, no.
But they
But you're
kill you first
slower.
because they're faster.
Yeah. Oh god. But then you have Sand Rush, so you're fine.
then you have
No,
Sash,
wait.
yeah.
But you're not Sand Rush. You're man. Okay. Next one. I actually grabbed a Mega Scolipede for my team because I knew it had one, but I didn't see it until I Mega Evolved it, and I was like blown away with how cool this guy is. I actually think it looks so fun. I really like this design. And then also with what they're doing stats wise, I was like, hold on, what are we cooking? Because Scolipede very fast at 112 already, and it has speed boost pre Mega. I don't think it's keeping speed boost post Mega, given that they're cutting its speed down to 62, and that's gonna just be so strange. I mean, with them cutting 60 from its speed, that means it has so many more stats to put elsewhere. I guess they did not want to make it like too broken, and so they put 20 into special attack just to burn some stats, but it's still kind of effectively got 140 stats at the cost of a lot of speed for sure. But it's gonna be tanky. What is it up to, dude? I'm excited.
Notably, if they change its ability, they cannot let it have a speed stat that does anything at +1 because it's too easy to protect on plus turn 1 and
It
then
is,
Mega
it
Evolve
is.
at turn 2 and get the speed boost. So like a speed stat of 80 or 85 is just like is infinite because you're going to get to +1 every time it's on the field. 62 is not fast enough where you would have to invest pretty considerably in speed just to be able to take advantage of that speed boost. You'll probably get some incidental turns, but like Scolipede is still running speed boost on his base form and still essentially like baton passing the speed boost to its Mega form every single time. But the fact that now it maybe can you do something else with the new ability with a base 140 attack stat and that +1 speed stat is pretty cool. I think that it's It's got some potential. It's got a massive defense stat, and I wonder if it'll get like body press with the base 149 defense stat or something like that.
Right.
Or am I misreading it? Yeah, it's 149.
No.
Yeah, I don't know what it's doing with that defense stat.
No, right? It's crazy. I don't know. I really want it to be good. I could see it being something like Mega Aggron, I guess, where it's just like being that tanky isn't actually that helpful, but it has like a good attack stat that maybe it can make it work. Somebody said is Bug Poison a bad typing, and I would say for the most part, yeah, it still has its share of resistances or neutralities, notably. Like, it's not actually weak to Earthquake with this typing, so that's like nice enough. And it also like could just be a Pokemon that you mega sometimes, like, being we've seen a number of like fast psychic type Pokemon that might be notable, like, to like mega horn them before they move, so you could always just like withhold your mega and just keep speed boosting on this guy, like, protect that first time to get your speed boost, and then don't even mega yet, just go for a mega horn. I don't actually know how strong this guy is. It's
140
That's not
attack.
bad. No, sorry, pre-mega 100.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, but for the ability, I mean, if we were talking about like, battle armor before, I mean, this is one of the ones that looks the most like it could get battle armor. I really hope it doesn't, because a guy like me, I'm just not going to get critical hit. Like, that's just, how I like to play. And so I would much rather have it do something else.
If I get crit, it wasn't my game. That's fine.
Right.
Yeah. Homie gets U-turn, Gunk Shot, Mega Horn. Like, he's got the good stab moves that you would want.
Right.
But I don't know. It's like, I don't really see the use case. The ability might be cracked, but it kind of needs it.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and move on to Scrafty, because this one's a fun one, with like the stat line, and notably the Scrafty got Parting Shot. That's what everybody's been talking about with move pool updates. Scrafty got Parting Shot. So if Instant isn't in the game on Champions on release, and Scrafty is, you might be looking at a different flavor of Incineroar. I would say that its typing is a slight downgrade from Incineroar, but like not a straight downgrade.
Only
like,
slight. Only slight, yeah.
It's got some things going for it. If you can keep fairy moves in check, Scrafty's gonna be pretty good. So that honestly just makes Scrafty in general a lot stronger, having access to Fake Out Parting Shot and Intimidate. So that's Mega aside, whether or not you want to use your Mega on a Pokemon like Scrafty is eating well with this update. If it keeps that going into Champions, but and I imagine it will. Mega Scrafty, what I'm hoping for the ability is actually Intimidate again, because I think with Parting Shot and Intimidate, you can just put something to -3 instantly, and it sounds so funny.
So I think that because all of the megas that have either Intimidate as a pre-mega ability or post-mega, they're all different for that exact reason, so that you don't start the game Intimidate, Mega Evolve Intimidate.
But Joe, the game's so much more broken now. We do broken stuff now.
The one that I would love, which it'd be hard for them to do because you'd have to waste it. You'd essentially have no turn, as if it had or no ability for a turn, as if it had Regenerator. Because you come and Intimidate, take the damage, Mega Evolve, Parting Shot, regenerate that health back. You only get one Intimidate, but you only need one because you have infinite Parting Shots now at this point.
I think I agree with the double Intimidate is a little too strong. I think that's probably overpowered.
Come on! But also Regenerator does kind of line up with a Pokemon that's like, shedding its skin and stuff like that. So
right.
I think flavor-wise, that's pretty good. And it would be strong. I would like it. I mean, I don't know if it would be enough to warrant the Mega if this is like a good support, like Instant level Pokemon. If it does take on that role, we'll have to kind of wait and see. But
it also outspeeds Instant with close combat too, right?
That's fun. So. That is fun. Yeah. Did this guy get any attack? Scrafty probably wasn't rocking 130.
Yeah, no, he got plus 40 attack.
Wait, what? I didn't know Scrafty was so weak. 90. I forgot.
Yeah, Scrafty is very weak.
Yeah. Okay. His stats are so well optimized too. Wow.
they wanted
Yeah,
Homie to be good.
I love Scrafty.
This is fun. This one seems fun. Yeah.
Not a fan of the aesthetics.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like okay-ish. The shiny is, I think it's purple. I think is what I've heard, so that's cool.
Chinese way.
Yeah. The
Specifically, yeah, I'm not into the white hood.
I get you, Nick. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little. I don't know why they did that. But yeah, the Scrafty seems like it has a lot of potential. My main issue is that like because they gave it fake out parting shot, I'm like it might just not want to run the mega because it wants to run like a good defensive item like Citrus Berry or Goggles or something like that, and then you're just mega running it to support a different mega. Adi, what were you gonna say?
I do think that the plus 20 in both defenses is kind of almost worth running that over an item. Again, we'll see what its ability is and whether I think ideally that its ability is situationally useful, so you can choose whether to mega it or not based on the game state. I think that was one of the coolest things of using something like Manectric, for example, is that you could choose whether or not you need the Intimidate or whether you need Lightning Rod in different situations. And so Scrafty could potentially do something with the same vibes, or Gyarados potentially.
Right.
Again, where you could mega, you could choose not to mega and retain its Intimidate. And I do think that with Fake Out Parting Shot, you are going to see it compete with Incineroar. And this is something that Donald once said, notably game designer now at Clash of Clans. And he was like, I think that Pokemon should have more Incineroars, that rather than having like Incineroar is a very healthy Pokemon. Controversial take among some, people, but it does, overall, it slows the game down. It doesn't beat itself. It is generally like not doing anything too unfair. And rather than forcing everyone to run Incineroar on their team, I think having options like you can run Incineroar, but you can also run Rillaboom, you can also run Scrafty, and all these guys kind of do the same thing. And you have a lot of choices for that slot on your team, is actually probably a healthy way for the game to go competitively. And so I would hope that Scrafty can compete with the Incineroar and Rillaboom and all the other strong fake out pivot Pokemon that we're getting.
Yep. Yeah, no, more Incineroars are better than fewer Incineroars because then there's like meaningful choice.
Yeah. I mean,
also Overcoat in the chat is a fun one. That would make it definitely competitive with Incineroar because you don't need your safety goggles anymore.
Yeah. True. Although you don't have Intimidate and Overcoat at the same time though, so there's that.
Finally, we can run double safety goggles.
So Mega Electros, right back to like what we were talking about with Mega Victory Bell. Why did they just say like actually put 70 in the attack stat and the remaining or like 50 in the attack stat, 50 in the special attack stat, ship it. We're good. I wanted to just be stronger across the board. I'm so mad. Let me actually go look at what it really got. It didn't get any defense, got 10 special defense. Oh, got a good amount of speed. But yeah, it just feels like they just made it so much stronger on both ends. They just needed to pick one. I'm so sad. I was hoping big things for this guy. Yeah. I'll mention it here because it's like pretty obvious that I'm gonna do it at some point. But like I had two like really viral tweets with Electros where I said like thanks to Terra you can Terra Electros and get no weaknesses. Terra, and then people were like, it already had that. What are you talking about? Or like me and my Moldbreaker Excadrill, haha. But like I was really hoping that Mega Electros would get Earth Eater. I think Earth Eater would be so funny. It would be so funny if it just still kept the no weakness thing going. Unfortunately, design wise, it doesn't really look like it gets Earth Eater. It definitely looks like it's doing something else. I think it gets plus or minus, actually. It's going to get one of those as its ability. It might be the worst Mega ability of all time. Healer's pretty bad. But
I think it's just Levitate. I think they keep it what it is. All the other
most of
Levitate
them do that.
Evos have it, right? So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, no, it will have no weaknesses because of the Mega.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna tweet it, of course. There's nothing to really theory about this guy, because like one, if it doesn't get anything crazy new for its ability, I don't see it saving it when we don't need 145 attack and 135 special attack, please.
I think it actually has a really crazy move pool. It's just unfortunately like jack of all trades here. Like if other Pokemon are like a 5 move slot syndrome, like Mega Electros is like an 8 move slot syndrome. Like it wants to be running the physical and special coverage at the same time. Like it might be the worst Mega. I don't know.
It really might be. I'm so sad.
Yes, the chat's got it though. We have to give it Thunderclap and Transistor, and then we actually will make it viable.
Okay.
Yep.
That sounds fun.
It's still weaker than Raging Bolt before abilities.
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
I'd still rather run Raging Bolt than Mega Electros. Like it's fine.
I'm so mad because like every time I see Mega Ampharos now, I love Mega Ampharos. One of my favorite designs for Megas, at least in the original run. And I'm like, they just printed Raging Bolt. Like this thing is like 68 times worse than Raging Bolt, and it's a Mega. It's so sad. It wasn't even good back then. Okay, Mega Chandelure. This one looks like it's got some potential. I mean, 175 special attack is pretty high, as far as I know. As far as I've been told, Mega Gengar is like it got like 170, didn't it? It's like something high.
Yeah.
Crazy. I don't know why they thought that was cool.
Yeah.
But
yeah, no, it's 170. Well, so when you get that high, the extra stat points start getting into diminishing returns.
For sure.
Like the difference between 175 and 100 is way bigger than the difference between like 125.
Yeah.
Like that's just a really clear way to illustrate it.
Yeah.
I think the 90 speed is massive, faster than Golago now, faster than Rillaboom. I think that like the defenses are incredible too. Like this, like I don't think you're gonna trick room with it as much now as you did before with the 80 speed, but like I think Chandelure has massive potential.
Oh yeah, I'm excited for it. No ability seems incredibly obvious for it, and it doesn't really seem like it would keep its previous ones either. Like obviously, like it doesn't have one of those types of abilities that seems like it needs to keep it. So, yeah, I think that it could be like. Are we going to do Shadow Tag now? Are we going to give it Shadow Tag like it was supposed to have all those years ago?
Right. That one like almost makes sense, but obviously it really conflicts with Gengar and probably not something we want to be putting in the game. But I disagree. I think this mon is kind of mid unless it gets a good ability. It doesn't actually 90 speed is not that fast. 60, 110, 110 is not all that bulky. We have Pokemon with crazy attack and special attack stats, but normally they need a choice item or like a lot of speed control to be effective. And so you're asking to put a lot of support on the Chandelure, and unless we see it, like I don't know, I don't think it's doing anything more than like Charizard Y is in terms of damage output, which is just still stronger. And so, for me, it's really hard to justify using something like this and using my Mega Slot on it, unless it gets an ability that is really strong. Otherwise, I think honestly, like Nick said, the difference between 175 and 145, like that is a big difference, but Chandelure on base form already hits really hard, and we don't already use it that much. And I don't know if the extra damage is going to be the difference maker there, or the 10 extra point speed is going to be the difference maker there.
It's a lot weaker than Chandelure with a Life Orb.
Yeah, it does seem like it'll probably just be like a downgrade from Charizard and Gengar in terms of the Megas that we already have and know are strong, and like those are two of the strongest Megas already. So, like Adi was saying, I mean, some kind of interesting ability could definitely change that up.
Like Flash Fire.
Like Flash Fire, yeah, that's the one. Give it like, what if we do Well Baked Body instead?
Give it a dark immunity. Give it a dark immunity ability to scare off Ensign, and we can start to talk about it.
Shadow Shield. What if it gets competitive, dude? That'd be funny.
It still loses to Ensign.
Yeah, but it'll do 40% instead of 20.
That's okay. We got teammates, Nick.
We got teammates.
We do got teammates.
That's true.
We do got teammates. That is true.
Yeah.
But
let's see. So Mega Chestnut. Mega Chestnut has that 172 defense stat that everybody likes to look at immediately and be like, dang. And then, of course, you think body press, which is like, yeah, I would agree. It does have a lot of weaknesses, and we're coming off of a metagame, or sorry, a generation where we could overlook that a little bit more because of Terra. But with Terra not being available immediately, and also probably not usable with Mega Pokemon, almost certainly, then yeah, you're stuck with grass fighting, and that has like 7 weaknesses. I feel like maybe more, super effectively, and so that's going to be tough to work with, even if you have 88, 172, 115 defenses. There's a lot of attacks that are just going to get to go for double damage, so that's gonna add up.
88 172 is funny. And like assuming we're body pressing with this guy, that's actually like not unplayable like competitively. Spiky Shield's pretty great. This guy might be okay. Like
It gets Leech
okay, we
Seed
got
for
44
sustain.
44 defense, or sorry, 44 speed. Yeah, the whole Leech Seed body press spiky guy, I can see it.
It could work in Trick Room with that speed as well, which is like
Well,
good if we're
yeah,
doing typical expanding force stuff. Very good for the dark types.
I mean, you just run it like on a P2 team. You'd run semi-room with it, and sometimes you set it up, but you don't need it up because sometimes you're just winning your damage trade so hard with your massive shell and your leech seed and such that you don't need the trick room until you do. This guy's got like actual potential.
And we haven't even really talked
Um,
about like what the ability is going to be. I was trying to think if there was a flying immune ability. I was like, Wind Rider's the best I got. I don't think it would actually use the or no, wait, Wind Rider's an attack boost. No, I would use it. It would use an attack boost. Sure, why not? I thought it was speed for some reason. But yeah. The stats are pretty good on this guy. The typing is absolutely what holds it back for the most part, but the yeah, I don't even know if the ability is going to be that big or not for it. I mean, I've heard some people say Dauntless Shield, which would be just weird. Like, I don't think they're doing that because it's maybe
But,
if
but
they
look
want
at its design. It's literally an entire like armored knight. Like I think it actually does. Then you don't need to run Iron Defense because you're already coming in at +1, right? Like I think this Pokemon has a lot of potential. I think a lot of people are sleeping on it because of the bad typing and the bad speed. Like, but in Trick Room, like a neutral body press isn't one-shotting stuff. I'm like, well, think about Zamazenta. Like, Chestnut's the most EU coded Mega that we have. Like, they're gonna put this on EU balance teams and just body press for 6 turns in a row and Spiky Shield, Pound Puff itself or whatever.
it's not EU coded because it doesn't have the highest BST.
I can see it getting.
It does on defense though.
Oh, see, Topo likes it because he's gonna use it in Trick Room, dude. Yeah, you know it.
I think I agree with everyone. This Mon has a lot of potential. Its defensive stat means that body press is going to be usable on it, and it's going to be like a usable Pokemon with it. I think the toughest part is that grass is a really strong typing. There are a lot of really good grass types. It is probably the toughest toughest type 2 slot on your team when you have Pokemon like Rillaboom and Amoonguss. You have multiple Megas that are we've already talked about that are grass types as well. So it's got a lot of competition for that grass type slot. In the fighting type slot, fighting also now at least in like Regulation H, for example, very, very common as a typing. We've seen Mega Emboar and we've seen some other fighting types as well. So how common is this going to be? I don't think it's gonna be common to really build around it. As far as a build around goes, it's pretty good. Like it genuinely can't sweep an entire team if it's not ready for it, and especially when we don't have terrestrialization to turn any Pokemon into a ghost type. I think these body press users can also benefit,
true.
even though obviously, like you said, it does have that 4x weakness that it would like to terrestrialize out of as well.
I'm going to keep us moving here just because I feel like we got quite a few still left to go. But Mega Delphox, I've been waiting to talk about this one because I feel like that. I mean, I know that the easy thing to look at is the 134 speed, because yeah, that's just like faster than a lot of the other strong megas. Like, Gengar is the big scary one, and you're faster than it and hit it super effectively. So that part stands out to me a ton. I don't think we'll have like Fluttermane, Chen Pao, or like the bikes instantly that are at like 135. So that probably isn't going to be a concern. And then yeah, there'll be a Dragapult. But if this thing, I guess the big make or break is if Indeedee's in the decks or not. If we're clicking Expanding Force off of 134 speed with 159 special attack, I guess some people have also said it might get Psychic Surge itself.
We don't need Indeedee, baby.
Oh my god.
We're setting up the terrain ourselves.
That would be absurd.
Crazy. It would be so cracked, though.
It would be another mid-game, changing the battlefield activation that Adi was talking about at the beginning here. Like, it'd be pretty cool.
Oh, is Mega an extra
It would be
135? I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, like, so the way the terrains and the weathers that gets out with Mega is they go after switch-ins. So like the classic example is your Charizard, Politoed switches in on you, and then you pop Sun and the ring goes away and Politoed's stuck on the board. You can just like guarantee that your terrain or your weather is going up for that turn. So Delphox getting that and then also being at 134 speed, it would be genuinely like insane. Just a really broken mon.
So cracked.
Yeah, like you get to do whatever you want for that turn, which is probably just click E-Force. But if you want to like support something else with it, you can do that too while you're clicking E-Force and nuking the like. Yeah, no, Psychic Surge would be just game breaking. It would be like one of the best megas. Probably the best mega.
Oh, I guess it's floating on a broom. Sure, I could see that.
Yeah,
but and like it would be okay for
They
it.
usually-
And also,
be
it wouldn't be able to click
that would be
Expanding
a
Force.
right. Yeah, that would make the Pokemon worse. That would be
so
that'd be the worst
bad.
thing you could do.
It'd be so bad.
That's hilarious.
If it gets Levitate, it actually tanks so hard in viability. Holy. Don't give it Psychic Surge, please. Joe,
Please,
you're
dude.
fired. You're
Please.
fired, Joe. You're no
Listen.
longer being hired by Game Freak.
Listen, no, they like my gumption. They like that I'm thinking outside the box here, and I'm gonna need a friend. I'm gonna need a friend to handle Incineroar anyway. Expanding Force, Heat Wave, Energy Ball. I'm not doing anything to Incineroar.
No, that's true. That's true. You can't Terra Fighting Blast an instant if you can't Terra. So,
Right.
Mega Greninja does outspeed it, and where did the stats go on this guy? It got some.
It's a mixed attacker in both.
Yeah.
Okay, fair. Oh
It
man,
got 20
So-
speed. It got 30 special attack and 30 attack. Yeah, so basically no
So-
bulk.
They kept its identity,
Yeah.
I guess. It's just frail, fast, and strong.
Mega Greninja has the thing going for it where it's the fastest guy. I guess it ties with Dragapult, but like basically the fastest guy. The fastest guy in any format gets like 15% viability buff over what it would be without if there was another guy that was faster than it. So like look out for Mega Greninja if it is in fact the fastest guy, because that is a large portion of like what just has made the fastest guys the best in other formats. Like
Yeah,
I could
and
go through
speaking of
examples,
Dragon
but
Ball,
like
honestly,
it's literally everyone.
I guess I was gonna say Speed Dragon Dragapult's probably not the end of the world because you can. I was gonna say
You kill
maybe
it.
take
It doesn't
one.
kill
You
you.
resist
Yeah,
Ghost.
literally,
But
I
the
speed
Draco's
Dark
gonna kill
Pulse.
you.
Like,
The Draco's gonna kill you. Because like I'm looking at 72, 77, 81. Like it's not that you're gonna die to Outrage or you're gonna die to Draco or something. So, it is weird that it just speed ties Dragapult, which I think Dragapult's already confirmed for champions. Interesting. I think that it being good into the other two really strong fast megas that we could guess would be like strong as like Delphox and Gengar. That part works out really well. But yeah, if you're going up against other Pokemon like I don't know, Mega Kangaskhan or something like that, like your speed is doing you no favors, and the bulk is really lacking, and it's not like it's that powerful unless it has some kind of damage amping ability. And I don't know if they're going to give a
Only there
damage
was
ability to a Pokemon this fast.
Only there was a weather that boosted water type moves.
No, Nick, we're not giving it Drizzle. Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not giving it Drizzle. I'm just putting a Pelipper on the team with it.
Oh, okay. I thought you were implying.
They're both floating,
No.
because Greninja's
It's levitate again.
Honestly, base.
I think Greninja's in such a weird spot with its move pool, and you have Protean, but if it loses Protean, it becomes a fighting type, and then it goes back to Water Dark on Mega. I think adaptability is a good middle ground. It is a common Mega Evolution type, right? And it makes it so that your actual whether physical or special, your Water and Dark moves are actually going to hit. Like Nasty Pot Water Shuriken with adaptability sounds kind of fun.
That does sound cool.
I think they're giving this guy something new.
Something brand new? Okay.
Yeah.
I think that they nailed it here where it's gonna turn into Battle Bond. Yeah.
Sure.
It just makes sense. It's the anime Pokemon. They want to push that.
But wasn't that kind of tied to the Ash thing?
But that was
that was Ash Greninja specifically.
It evolves, right? So how would they?
But it's just not in the latest games, and so this is a way to incorporate a similar.
I just think that the Battle Bond had a lot of tie to the anime Ash stuff, and I just don't know if it doesn't have the Ash cap. I just feel like it's not gonna be, even though flavor wise, you might be right on the mark, but yeah. All right, Mega Pyroar. Okay, well.
Okay. Hold up. I got one more reason for the Water Shuriken.
Oh, sure.
For Mega Gengar, which is that Water Shuriken, when it's Mega, it will only hit once in ZA. And it has a higher power. And that's similar to the Ash Greninja effect for Water Shuriken. So I think that's another potential reason for that.
Okay. Mega Pyroar to the party? Listen, I haven't even looked that much into it. Okay, what is...
It's awful.
It doesn't look
I got
good.
my prediction.
What's your prediction, Nick?
Mega Pyroar is going to get Dauntless Shield.
Yo!
That guy is built like Zamazenta.
I think that when you Mega Evolve, it gets to use Fire Blast for free. It just attacks twice for that turn.
I think the only thing that saves it is if it gets Beads of Ruin. That's
Beads
literally
of Ruin.
This is awful.
Wait,
This
that's
guy-
Bangs of Ruin.
This guy gives me Intimidate vibes. I think it's going to be unusable. They're going to get Intimidate, and they're going to be asking, why are we not using Pyroar instead of Incineroar?
It's an Intimidate fire type. Why aren't you using it? Man, what were they guessing? Because I'm also just kind of lost looking at it. Drought? No, I don't think they're doing Drought.
I don't think it looks like a Drought.
No. I mean,
It's not named Charizard, so it doesn't get carried that hard.
Yeah. Gosh. Okay. Mega Floette. All right. Well, I guess my first question, without getting into any spoiler stuff, do we think this one's going to be legal?
I think it'll be like Cosmog and Cosmome, where it'll count as a restricted even if it's not the same VST as the other.
Oh, you think it's going to be restricted level? Okay, sure,
Yeah. Sure. Just from a technicality sense.
551's not restricted though.
What's its BST before?
I'm talking about the mechanic.
It's
not
it's
the
551 to
actual stat
651.
Okay.
I'm thinking about whether it's worth playing as a restricted.
I got you.
Well,
Probably
Cosmog's
isn't.
not worth it either. He still is.
That's
listed
true.
as-
Yeah. But honestly, fair. Just classification. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, this one's definitely a weirder case, and I'm looking at the stat lines, and the stats are nice. These are crazy nice stats for a fairy type, even just clicking Moonblast, but it also has Light of Ruin, which... What is that? Is that an Overheat clone? No.
No, it's like a Mind Blown clone, I thought.
Yeah, don't you KO yourself or something?
It deals... I think you take 50%.
What did it do
Maybe it's
back
25.
in the day when it wasn't never in the game?
I think I'm correct on this, that it was similar vibes to Mind Blown.
You're right.
Or Steel Beam.
You're right. It's half recoil.
Even
Yeah.
back when it was in the games before they were out?
Oh, it's recoil
Yeah.
damage. So it's
No,
half the
it's
damage done.
Oh, it's not mind blown.
Oh, okay.
It's not
head
double
smash.
Okay,
edge.
that's
Head smash. That's what it is. Yeah.
yeah, it's head smash.
Special head smash.
Same
Weird.
same power and accuracy as steel beam though, so that's where I got that from. But yeah,
Huh.
This one does not seem good enough if that's all it's got going for it. And I don't think that even the original Fluid Eternal that was never legal, but even looking at its stats, I don't think it was ever like something that I would consider using. But I think it was always classified as like a mythical Pokemon. So it wouldn't shock me if it was also just not ever VGC
Yeah, that's
legal.
where I'm at. I'm just not even sure if it's going to be illegal or not. So, okay, moving on to Mega Malamar. Mega Malamar is a weird one. I could see them just keeping Contrary on it, weirdly enough, because like it's so like vital to the way the Pokemon plays currently. Its special attack and attack are almost identical. I don't know if that was the case beforehand. No, it got quite a bit of a special boost.
And one other notable thing about Malamar is that it got close combat, which is also a move that works really well with Contrary. So I'd be shocked if they took away Contrary for its Mega.
Yeah. It feels like it's going to still just be Contrary for sure. And it's fun, honestly. I bet it'll be like fringe viable. I don't actually think that like its type coverage is like amazing. It's like decent. It I think got faster, so it's gonna be a little bit worse at using Trick Room if it wanted to. And yeah, like it's not quite in limbo speed tier, but it's not faster than the even like the mid tier megas, like the 100 speed megas. So yeah, Malamar's never been like an unstoppable force in VGC, and so I think a Malamar with like slightly more stats is probably not going to be an unstoppable force, even with close combat.
Yeah,
I think
okay.
probably
Game
not.
Freak I think they were scared to give it good stat distribution, so that's why they kind of leveled everything out because they didn't want Contrary to take over.
I'd be scared. Look at it, dude. It's scary. It's just scary looking.
I don't know what he's close combating with though.
Wait. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Wait. Yeah. Why isn't close combating with these like whippy tentacles? I see what you're saying. Like. Yeah. Okay.
he gives him a brain blast.
So I was actually hoping for a bit more. Let's go on to Mega Barbaracle here. I was hoping for a bit more of this in these megas because we were talking about Mega Gyarados a couple of times about how like that pre and post mega effect, not just because of abilities, but because like its typing changes quite a bit. It's like, oh, I don't want to be hit by this incoming earthquake, so I'm gonna Dragon Dance, or oh, I don't want to be weak to grass just yet, so I'm gonna stay pre-form. And Barbaracle is one of the only ones that changes from one dual type to another dual type. So that is really, really fun. Unfortunately, well, I guess it has good defenses. I haven't looked at these stats enough. These are pretty good bulks. So it could do some fun stuff like that. Does it have Shell Smash?
It does.
Yep.
Ooh.
So Shell Smash Rock Slides are going to be.
That sounds a little funny. God, what?
It also got close combat, which again is notable because now it's fighting type.
Yes.
So it gets a good stab move.
Yeah. And because it's like water pre mega and not post mega, it does kind of make it like interesting to like if you ran Shell Smash. I guess we usually run like Shell Smash Protect and 2 attacks or something like that in VGC. But if you had 3 attacks without Shell Smash, like would you run the water move so that you could hit a certain, I was gonna say a fire type, but I forgot that's also weak to rock, but like hit like a ground type super effectively before you mega with like a stab move and like Tough Claws, like liquidation or something, or do you just drop water altogether? I mean, that'll depend a little bit on like the metagame and stuff, but just interesting. I do, that's why I like these type change ones, is it brings up interesting stuff like that.
Yep, I agree with all that.
What
elaborate on?
What are we giving it though? What are we giving it?
Still just Tough Claws, probably.
It does have a lot of claws.
It does. It does have a lot of claws. maybe it's like oh, I got it. I don't know if this is in the Smogon thread, but I'm gonna say Skill Link. What if it's
I
got
was thinking
Rock
that
Blast
too.
and Arm Thrust, and like it has a lot of hands. Like it makes sense that it's hitting
Mhm.
5 times.
That is in
So
the Spogon thread, but I agree.
dang
I think that's
it,
a fun one.
I'm not original. But Skill Link seems right. Skill Link seems right. Um, okay.
Him and Mega Heracross can hang out.
Oh, that's true. We do already have a Skill Link Mega, but like I don't know, Heracross didn't do that good. Shell Smash would be pretty crazy on a Mega. I mean, I guess
It's just you
Blastoise.
don't lose.
Oh,
You don't.
Blastoise does.
You
Have
don't
Ultra.
drop. You don't get rid of the defense drops. Is my only concern for its viability, right? Because you're
Yeah.
not holding the waiter or
At least it's
whatever. So
got
like you're just
good
gonna be
defenses.
It's
really
fine.
frail.
It's got the base stats that can support it being at -1. Kind of okay. I don't think that's
Sorry
a
to
deal
cut you off there,
breaker.
Joe. What were you saying?
Oh, it's got the
No.
defense stats where it can work at -1.
Yeah.
Like it's not a deal breaker being at -1 for it. It's not really. I guess it's weak to like Bullet Punch and Mach Punch, but whatever.
All right, Dragalge
Like,
here. So let's see. Dragalge has pretty good bulk. I mean, bad HP, slow speed, so it might
Mhm.
want to be a Trick Room Mega. 132 special attack. It's another one of these tricky ones because adaptability is one of the main things that keeps it viable pre Mega. And like lets it hit hard, and if it doesn't have that, like what would be better necessarily? But I don't know. What do you guys think?
I
Adi?
it's a
think
singles
that this
mod.
is one of the ones that is not meant for PGC. I don't think that any Pokemon that's really focused on a 163 special defense stat that looks like a singles Pokemon where you really want your Mega to be, play more of a role. And in the Smogon thread, they didn't mention that the Pokédex entry, Megadex entry says it spills a liquid that causes regenerative power of its cells to run wild, which does seem like it's getting Regenerator, and Regenerator with the 163 Spadef stat would be really good in singles. It would not be very
Yeah.
good in VGC, but I think that's
Yeah.
the direction they're taking it.
That tracks to me.
I was thinking of the.
Yeah.
I'm blanking on Glamora's ability, the one that activates toxic
Oh.
spikes.
The toxic debris. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Water bubble for Mega Barbaracle. I think that's a funny one. It doesn't really seem like it would have that though, but yeah. Okay. Mega Halucha. It got some speed. It's still like I don't know. It doesn't run with the fastest, but it's and then it's also like just okay bulk wise, just okay power wise. So I feel like I know that it gets setup moves. Like Swords Dance has been pretty strong on this thing and both singles and sometimes in VGC. I don't know if it that often, but yeah, I feel like it probably needs to get some kind of power ability for this thing to be viable, especially because like so much of its identity is tied to Unburden, and you can't do that with a Mega Stone. So what is this guy up to? I don't even know.
Mold Breaker would make sense. You could go Reckless High Jump Kicks, but it's probably going to be a close combat guy. I mean, they could just. Well, you wouldn't want Defiant as like as a mega because he would get intimidated and then it would proc. So
They mentioned
Halucha
a
is
unique
working.
ability in the Smogon thread, like an invented one, and we haven't really talked a lot about that, mostly because, like, are we really going to just be inventing abilities? My ability for Halucha is that all its fighting moves hit both targets and also do triple damage. That's the one that I've thought of. Like, I don't know. We're not really
That sounds pretty
game
strong.
designers, so
I could see him going Scrappy.
I was gonna say
Scrappy?
Scrappy too.
Scrappy's decent, yeah. But like I do think that at least one of these megas will probably get some kind of like original signature ability, not just like Zygarde or Floette, which seemed like easy candidates to pick one for that, but like I think somebody's gonna get something. I was trying to remember how many megas actually had unique abilities, and I don't know if many of them did. So that's why it's easy to pick from known ones. I think it's like Kang is one of the most notable ones, but I don't actually know if there was others. Most of them were just abilities that other Pokemon had previously, besides Tough Claws, I think I mentioned earlier, which was not really signature, I guess, but Raro has it.
All the 8 abilities were new with Megas, like Aerolite, Pixelate, etc.
Yeah. That's true.
I mean, they're clones of each other, but they are
Yes.
independently new.
Yeah, I don't think any of the other Megas... I guess, Rayquaza was another one that came up. Rayquaza has a unique ability, and so do the Primals, but whatever. Okay.
I think
Mega.
I was just saying, just real quick. I think Helicha really needed like 20 speed or something. I think it's in an awkward spot because it's not too strong that an Intimidate's not gonna feel impactful. It will. It's like, and then it is faster, but it doesn't have Tailwind anymore, so it's not gonna support your team. So it's like not hitting hard enough, and it's also not supporting the rest of the team. If it was faster with Scrappy, if it was 138 with Scrappy, I think that'd be like kind of cool.
And the way that like Intimidate plays versus certain abilities now is really gonna play into the way that Mega works. We were talking about the ability activation order earlier with like respect to weather and stuff like that. But let's say it gets Scrappy and you're like, that's cool, I'm immune to Intimidate. You won't be immune to Intimidate soon enough if the Incineroar either leads or switches into you on turn 1 as you're going for that Mega Evolution. You won't gain Scrappy until after the fact, so it's cool. Actually, that fact does make Mega Kangaskhan have like almost a buff, which plenty of people have been talking about because it has Inner Focus and Scrappy before it Megas. So it'll be immune to Intimidate until it's fully Mega evolved and attacking. But yeah, Scrappy would be like almost a little too late on Hawlucha. Like it would be a very cool ability, but like it wouldn't completely save it because it doesn't have it pre-Mega. Okay, Zygarde, do you guys think this is going to be legal in regular play, or is it a restricted?
It's a restricted.
It's restricted.
I'm kidding.
It's at 260.
Good question.
It's got
Saw that under a
450
good question.
stats in 2 stats. Like,
Oh my god. Higher BST than Malamar in 2 of its stats.
And so, notably, I believe it has to turn into complete form in order to Mega Evolve, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it goes from, it's a big stat change is the 91 special attack to 216, which means I think this Pokemon is bad. Like, I know it's got the space 778 base stat total, but when you played Zygarde back in 2019 when it was legal, like, people were really making a point to not let you get into complete form very easily. It's just hard to do. Unless there's like a way to cheat that out. And then if it's not in the Mega form, you don't really want to be clicking special attacks off your base 91 special attack stat. And so it's really hard to actually take advantage of the Mega form in the way that you want it to. It's very reliant on your opponent playing into it, which is just not something that you want your VGC teams to beat. And so I think that it's actually kind of bad in VGC.
I disagree with Adi. I see my 216 and the 2 stats where I want them to be, and I will do whatever setup. I'll figure out the setup to allow me to shoot my opponent in the face with dragon move that hits through fairies.
It's so funny to get revenge that way, but
and has like it's 200 base power, right? Or is it?
We also don't know if that move will be released in the games. We're not sure.
Just that, but also like the base powers might be modified. One of the like easiest ones to look at is like I don't think they're actually nerfing Aqua Jet. Aqua Jet is like 30 base power in game. I just know because I have that on all my Pokemon. And like I think when we go back to playing Champions, it's gonna be 40. It's just because it's a fast move and does different stuff in the game. So I think there's a decent chance that like something crazy like Zygarde's 200 base power move gets cut down to a reasonable 150 or something if that's what they're about. But yeah, I think I'm still siding with Adi here currently because I feel like it's a few too many hoops to jump through to get this, especially with the fact that the Zygarde can't do a whole lot during those turns. And notably, like, I don't know, we used Coil a lot on it to boost its attack and defense and stuff back then. I don't know if it actually gets special setup moves that it can be clicking in the meantime. Like, are we just going to be clicking Substitute while holding a sticky barb just to really make sure that the mega comes up. I'm kidding, but
No,
we can't hold a sticky barb, no, because we're holding the mega stone.
you have to have Zygarde, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay. Yeah, this one definitely. I mean, I think this one is not on the even near horizon because I don't know when we're playing Mega Restricteds anytime soon. So we'll save that one for when we actually know a bit more about it. Let's go to the last two here. So Mega Drampa. I love Drampa. I actually won a regional with Drampa, just regular old Drampa. And I think the Mega's pretty cool. I like it. In terms of design and the stats, they seem pretty good for a Trick Room special attacker. If this is like what you want to be using in Trick Room or not, like it kind of depends a bit on what the metagame looks like, what kind of type coverage you want to have in Trick Room. But 160 special attack with like Hyper Voice and all the coverage it gets, Draco Meteor and stuff, I think it could be pretty cool.
Sorry, yeah, go ahead.
I think Drampa's in a interesting spot. Like same with Dragalge and Chestnut with those super slow speeds. But like, who knows if Ferrothorn comes back and other super slow Torkoal and other things that can interrupt that. I think it can work, but like the question is with your Trick Room sweeper. Like, you have to be able to set Trick Room and then nuke things with 2 attacks that next turn. And, like, sure, 160 is good, but, like, if it's just spread Hyper Voices that aren't hitting things super effectively, like, sure, Draco's going to kill something. But, like, are you going to be able to set Trick Room and then helping hand Hyper Voice, double Oko things? And that's where I think it might fall short.
I agree. Mm-hmm. That's reasonable.
I think it's going to be dependent on its ability for sure, because these stats are pretty good for a Trick Room Sweeper, but it does need a little more help. And I think that if they give it a little more help, then this Pokemon could be legit. I see in the Smogon thread, they're saying give it Drizzle, which would actually be pretty good. But
that'd be cool.
And apparently its Dex entry says it describes it summoning storm clouds. So Drizzle terrain, would be really interesting on a Pokemon like this. It'd almost be like a Torkoal type Pokemon.
Actually, it's going to set up rain and electric terrain. That's its ability. It does both. It sets up a new condition called Storm.
And it gets Electroshot, too. It just does it on Mega.
There we go. Okay, this guy's viable. I'm running this guy at the first regional.
I was thinking more for, like, since it gets Berserk, like, I think you could make, it's like, we talk about a new Mega ability, like double Berserk. Like you go below 50% and you get +2 special attack instead of 1.
Okay.
And also, you mean like
+2
Mega
Hyper
Zygarde?
Voices
You're describing Mega Zygarde.
Well, yeah, but you don't have to become Mega Drampa complete and then evolve after.
Yeah.
Like with Zygarde.
The one cool thing about it I want to say really quick is that it does have Cloud9 as one of its abilities, and it seems like there's going to be a decent amount of weather in play for sure. So, because there always is, there's always weather. Weather's always good, and so having Cloud9 is something that you can use situationally could definitely be cool. All right, last one here. Right. Go ahead, Nick.
Oh, I wanted to say that I cracked the code on Mega Zygarde.
Yeah.
So we run Zydog, and we endure and like Side Ice Beam or whatever. Then we get it turns from like a 54 HP into a 216, so we're getting like, we're gonna be at 75% max HP, and then we just start shooting stuff in the face.
And then you switch in Sinistra and Hospitality heal 25% of your 216 HP.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Genuinely, yes.
No, I think if Sinistra's allowed with this thing, it's going to be crazy. The setup is going to be tricky, but anyways. Okay, Mega Phalanx, whatever. It's Phalanx. Wow, this does not look impressive. It's fighting.
Well, it's got
it's got no retreat,
which is a really good move.
Yeah.
I'm actually in on this guy.
Okay. With no retreat.
It's got 100 speed and it can no retreat, so that's fast enough to outspeed everything. It's got Defiant beforehand, and it might get something new, but it might not
I
need
think
something new afterward.
I think if anything, this is the Mega most likely to get a unique ability. Like Mega Kangaskhan got Parental Bond. I think this guy's gonna get some type of ability that lets it hit like 5 times, probably on all of its moves. So what we'll do is we'll have it the first hit do normal damage, and then the second hit does, maybe 50%. Then the third hit does only 40%, and then the fourth hit does 30. And that sounds fine, right? Does that sound fine with everybody? No,
So we've done
that's
like
way too much
we're up to
damage.
220% damage on a +1 guy. Uh-huh.
No, I do think that joke aside though, that it seems this would be my most likely pick for it to have a unique ability. -5 defenses from 1 close combat. Yeah, that's only fair. It's only fair.
Well, there's going to be nothing left on the field after you close combat 5 times, so you don't need.
They actually brought in an extra guy too. That's the thing that I've been focusing on with the design is because it normally has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys, right? Or is it 6?
Yeah, that looks like 6,
Yeah.
No, it's
right?
6.
Oh, it is 6. I
No,
thought they brought in an extra guy. No. Okay. So okay, never mind. The proportions just look weird. All right.
I just like the guy in the middle that's like
Working
really
hard.
struggling. If you zoom in, like he's really struggling there
Yeah.
to hold the form together.
I also loved that when I saw it in game. He was like, "Oh, he's working. He got the toughest job." Yeah. All right. Well, I think that we'll probably wrap it up after this here because that was a lot of Mega Pokemon to be talking about. But yeah, I mean, definitely a lot of misses as you might expect, but I think a decent enough hits. And I know that we're all just speculating, but I do think there's a chance that we get some type of only new megas or like some type of different legal lists of megas that they slowly add to as we go over the course of Champions that might allow some of these to shine at least a little bit better than they would if they were just thrown into the mix with all of the old megas that are strong too. But yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for a lot of them. Which one? Before we go, I want everybody to just pick one that they're most excited to see its potential. Adi, what are you excited for? Which one?
So I want to add on real quick. I also
Yeah.
think now with this many megas, I'm really hopeful that they are going in a direction where these megas are designed such that you don't have to mega evolve them always, and then you can run 2 megas on a team, because otherwise we're going to have a lot of tough decisions when you have 50 different mega Pokemon and you only choose one of them on a team. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see them move in that design direction. I hope. We'll see. But all of these do seem a little more supportive, and whereas it's hard to compare them to Mega Metagross and Mega Salamence and the world beaters like that.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Nick?
Oh, I'm thinking about whether can we just mega multiple guys in a game? There's
that would be wild too, but I think that they probably would have talked about this already. I feel I don't know.
You also
They
can't
probably
do it in
would've.
ZA either, so
Yeah, you can't do it in ZA.
that would have
so-
been the way to introduce multiple megas.
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Mhm.
All right, back
Anyways,
to you, Adi.
my
Though, what's
pick-
your one?
I'm picking again. I had to say it. It looks like a Tiger Hawk. I gotta pick the Mega Skarmory. Go
Yeah.
Hawkeyes. I hope it's good. It might not be good. I think it's gonna be bad, but I really like it to be good.
Got it. Nick, what about you?
Chestnut looks really solid. I'm excited to body press some guys.
Awesome.
That's what I got.
Joe?
I think it's Mega Delphox. Also, I was thinking about it. If you give it Psychic Surge, it loses Aqua Jet and Sucker Punch weaknesses too. So I think it'd be so awesome.
Oh yeah. I do think that the really good ability would be really good.
I agree. That would be really strong.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay. Mine, I don't think it has a lot of hope, but I'm gonna go back to Scolipede. Scolipede, I don't know. It's just so interesting to me that it's like speed boost and then it bulks down. Its typing's probably not good enough to make it work, but I hope that it does something interesting because its design is really cool. I really like how it looks. All right. Well, I'm going to figure out who we're going to throw the raid over to. But again, thank you, Joe, for joining us and Nick as well. It was fun having you guys, and I guess Adi too, for being my co-host, of course. But
Wait,
you know, we're
do
always
we
here.
want
It was okay.
What's
Oh,
that?
oh, the DLCs are later. Never mind. Sorry.
Yeah. We'll yeah, I know that there's actually we're trying to we're not really talking about like leaks and stuff like that. I know that a lot of there was a lot of leaked stuff about the DLC. So either beware when you're online, try not to see too much stuff about that, anyways. But yeah, then we'll be back next week for probably a little bit more ZA talk and stuff like that. Something I wanted to mention at some point during the episode is that I think there's a decent chance that like there's a grassroots ZA tournament this weekend. I feel like somebody's gonna put it together now that we're like 1 week in, and we're gonna see like a PvP tournament for this stuff. So that'll be fun to maybe we'll look into that and see what people are doing for Z PvP or ZA PvP.
It'd be cool. I'm excited. I would love to see. So I think I might try to play some ranked on stream.
Yeah.
If I can get a team together and whatnot. I got to beat the game first, but I've seen some other content creators doing that, including presumably whoever we're going to raid. So we're
Right.
playing some ranked CA.
Oh yeah, we actually forgot to talk about Greninja. That's one other thing to make sure you go do. Because what's the timeline on that?
Until
It's
November
mid-November,
4th.
early November. Yeah.
I'll get it in time, but it's just I don't know. It's crazy that it's like such like a short window. But I've also heard that it's not that bad. Joe, you said you got it done in like 45 minutes.
I think even less. I think it was 8 games total. So however long 8 matches take, and they're I think 4-minute maps. So
Dang. Okay.
whatever that
Not
is.
so it's really not that bad. If people are worried about it, go get it. If you want it for your playthrough, or just get it in general if you want to make sure you have it for the future or anything. So, yeah. But yeah, I guess we'll be back next week talking probably more ZA, reviewing Lille, and talking about the more Regulation H and stuff like that. So we'll catch you guys next time. Peace out, peeps. Have a good night. Later.